Let me know that you can hear me. Shout out to everybody who is here, or if you're on replay, I see you. I appreciate you. Late Sunday show. Had to get the truck taken care of. Finally got the truck taken care of. It took like 5 hours. I'm so exhausted. But as I was waiting around, because I had to wait around for it to get done, I was, of course, perusing daggone YouTube. And what do I come across? Dr. Ifuntunde with something to say about all what he calls the cones, and we call the coloreds. Now, we already know Dr. Umar always got things to say. Shout out to Dr. Umar. FYI, Dr. Umar, that school around the corner from you had its grand opening on Friday. Shout out to that school. It was built from the ground up. It's called the Maurice Pritchett School or something like that. And it was, it's like 2 to 3 blocks. We've seen a little bit of it. And it had its opening ceremonies or ribbon cutting, whatever you call it, this past week. It's ready to go. All the kids will be able to go. It's right there in the hood, so they can walk there. And I know they'll have buses there, and they're going to be able to serve the community. So with regard to that, Dr. Umar child, but with regard to what he's about to talk about, let's go ahead and make sure that we cover off on that. But before we get into it, shout out to everyone who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, get into this chat, crazy ass chat. There's no TIFF talk today. All right, I need a break. Shout out and thank you so much to Mr. and Mrs. Roberts for coming on and being interviewed and discussing everything that happened at the last 2 meetings in Thornton Township and Dalton. Shout out to them. And let me go ahead. I apologize for not individually thanking everyone that donated to the show yesterday. I apologize. I was just allowing them to talk and making sure that they got everything that they needed. So thank you to everyone that donated. I should have made a list. I'll make sure that I get that done. And what Cash App or a super chat yesterday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support. Today, though, child, you saw the cover, right? Let me show you. The thumbnail, I should say. We got Ricky, Roland, Steve, DL, and I couldn't get everybody in there, but Dr. Umar had some things that he needed to say, okay? And since we didn't get to finish covering the DNC, we kind of gonna finish all of that today to see if anything has changed. Now, we didn't give it enough time. It ended on Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Has anything changed? Did it make a difference at all, any way, shape, or form? For those that watched it, shout out to Amanize, because I know she did. Has anything changed? Did we learn anything more? What is the reason that we should be voting for Kamala, since all of these people that are pictured are calling us wrong, calling us names, if you colored, shout out to everybody who is here, for not wanting to just go over a cliff and vote for Kamala. KA-BAMALA is what Dr. Umar calls her. KA-BAMALA, I cried. Okay, as soon as I heard him say that, I absolutely just laughed my ass off. I'll tell you, if Dr. Umar don't make you laugh, that's the only thing I can tell you he could definitely do is make you laugh. Shout out to my girl. She's with the first super chat. Thank you so much as always. She said, hey y'all, happy Sunday. And then she says, we did not. Not a surprise, but let's go ahead and get into it, y'all, because we ain't gonna be here all day, half damn night. So what happened is that Ifuntunde said that he is going to offer a public challenge to a public debate against DL, Steve, Ricky, Roland, everybody. Child probably can toss in, what is his name? Ben Crump and what is his name? Al Sharpton and Sean King. I'm sure he'll take them all on, all right? But I thought we should take a listen to this and then refer to some of the things that he was saying so that we can cover off on this. You know, shout out to you colors. If you want to go ahead and vote for Kamala, all good in the hood, child, because a lot of people in the comments seem to not understand that it is okay to question things. This is how you get into cults, or you get into situations where then you want to cry foul and you want to say that it's not fair. And then you want to cry and whine. Then you want to look for empathy, sympathy, of which we have none over here. because you just go over a cliff. You ask no questions just because whatever the reason is. And child, that's not what we about to do around here. So y'all can please stop with but what is his name? What about Donald Trump? What about Donald Trump? What about Donald Trump? Ain't nobody over there on Trump's side saying that, calling me names because I won't say that I'm voting for them. But your coloreds are firmly out here. How could you not cry at the fact that an AKA will be sworn in by a DST on MLK Day? I don't give one shit about none of that, okay? You know what? Before we go here, hold on, Dr. Ifantunde, Dr. Umar. Let me go ahead and type in KAMALAHarris.com and see if anything has changed since the DNC, okay? So here we go, because, nobody seems to know how to do this for some reason, and they just want to believe everything, even though nothing has been said. From what I understand, I'll let my girl co-sign, all right? So I will not need any alerts. So she was able to get to the site, or her people, okay, to put Tim Tom on here. And the first thing that you see now is Tim Tom, and still asking y'all for money. So if y'all want to donate, you can donate over here on Kamala.com. More donation requests. Okay, let's win this. Join the campaign. Put your email in there, your information in there. I don't see nothing else, child. All right. Let's see. Meet Kamala. Meet VP Kamala. Okay. Same old. We saw this. Yeah. Hey, Doug. How's the Annie doing? All right. Let's see. Meet Tim. Hey, Tim Tom. Is that his wife? All right. Take action. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, that was quick. All right. When we fight, we win. And then there is the store. Oh, show your support for KA-BAMALA. My bad. KA-BAMALA. I gotta get used to saying that. When we fight, we win. Yes, she can. Sounding a little bit familiar. Yes, she can. Harris can win. Harris Waltz. Yes, we can. What was it? What did Obama say? Hope and win, or something like that? Or is this the same damn thing? Okay. So you got pictures of Kamala, pictures of when she was younger, and all this bullshit. Not a policy in sight. Not a policy in sight. All right. But vote for Kamala, y'all. Vote for Kamala. I wonder what Ice Cube is feeling right now when he came with the contract for Black America and was shut down and shunned by all you coloreds. Y'all remember that? I know y'all don't be remembering nothing, child. We can always visit that. Shout out to my girl with another 2. She said, Bill said it all low key. He not feeling it at all. He got to step in line, okay? Because what everyone wants to say is that Obama is now in charge of the DNC. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But all I do know is this is looking very, very slim. I don't see anything, especially after this week. You would think that the very first thing that they would do is update the website with all her policies and what she plans to do. Okay. Shout out to my girl, Miss AB, up in here. She says, Obama, yes, we can. Thank you so much, honey. That's what it was. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right, child. Sounding very familiar. But let's go ahead and listen to Dr. Umar, because he issued a challenge to all those people aforementioned. Dr. Umar challenges DL, Steve, Ricky to a public debate. Anyone think they'll take him up on that? Bueller.
I want a television debate. I want a television debate with Steve Harvey, DL Hughley, Ricky Smiley versus Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Is the Democratic Party the party of African people? Roland Martin can join in too.
He won't.
If they want Roland, they can bring Roland too.
Does anyone think that Roland will take on a TV debate, any debate with regard to Dr. Umar? Anybody? Bueller? I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that Roland just ain't gonna do it. But I could be wrong. Yes, I'm speaking to you.
I want D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley in a debate. Is the Democratic Party the party of the American African? Somebody get Steve Harvey on the phone. Somebody get D.L. Hughley on the phone. Somebody get Ricky Smiley. Dr. Umar wants to come on y'all show and debate you 3-on-1. And if y'all need Roland to help you out, Roland can come too. We can make it 4-on-1. Steve Harvey said that the Omega Psi Phi brothers run the radio. In all respect to my Omega Psi Phi brothers, the late great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was a member of Omega Psi Phi, so I'm not going to reduce the Omegas down to 3 men. I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep this about Steve, DL, and Ricky. Okay? Steve, DL, and Ricky. I want a debate. DL Hughley, will you debate me on your radio? Steve Harvey, will you debate me on your radio? Ricky Smiley, will you debate me? I'll debate all of you separately or all 3 of you together.
Dr. Umar, you should have reached out to what is the Breakfast Club and see if they would do it for you, because those people are not going to, this allegedly, in my opinion. All right, everyone, please hit the like button. Fair use, fair use, fair use. I don't think that they're going to bring you onto their show. I just don't see them doing that. But maybe if you had told Charlemagne or asked Charlemagne and DJ Envy and what's her name to come have them come on to their show, then maybe they would have did it, even though I still don't think they're going to do it. But they'll be glad to make responses to you. I have no doubt whatsoever. I can't see near none of them. I can't see near none of them, especially Roland. We already watched Roland and Umar have a back and forth from a few years ago. Then Roland got mad because Dr. Umar uses the word coon. You coloreds get mad because I use the word colored, but you don't have a problem with the NAACP. But child, that's a whole different live stream. But you're so sensitive about so many things, but you got your kids out here using the N-word like it's going out of style. They use the N-word like they use the word the. Oh yeah, they don't use the word the. They just say N-word, but you got a problem with me, but you ain't doing nothing about your kids. But child, again, that's a whole nother live stream. Go ahead, Dr. Umar.
Since y'all run black radio, since y'all run black radio and I run black consciousness, it's only right that we have a clash of kings. Y'all called the kings of comedy, right? The kings of comedy. Let's call it the kings of comedy versus King Kong consciousness. Let's call it the kings of comedy versus King Kong consciousness.
Child, they should do that and sell tickets. I'll pay for it. Child, they need to go ahead and do this, child. I'm paying for it. Put it on pay-per-damn-view. We gonna watch that ish, all right? Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Because Dr. Umar crazy, first of all. And you know what, troll? He kept talking about I'm offended. Shout out to the trolls in the building. Skinny Boy, 20 Boy, Dr. G, and TQS is up in here. Thank you, honey. Said, Michelle, I can't wait for you to click this up. You already know. You already know this is the best, okay? But the kings of comedy versus the King Kong of consciousness. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Come on, Dr. Umar.
Let's call it the kings of comedy versus King Kong consciousness. I'm ready right now. I don't need no prep time. I'm ready right now. Intellectual Ifa Tunde is ready right now. When we going to do this debate? When we going to do this debate? Steve, Ricky, DL, I want y'all on the stage in front of the people right now. I'm doing it for Fannie Lou Hamer. I'm doing it for Emmett Till. I'm doing it for Medgar Evers. I'm doing it for Huey P. Newton. I'm doing it for His Excellency, the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. I'm doing it for the Honorable Frederick Douglass. I'm doing it for Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Amir Lott, Dante, Sonia Massey, Freddie Gray. I'm doing it for them. Let's do the debate. Let's do the debate. If Omega Psi Phi, if my brothers of Omega Psi Phi, who I love and respect, want to host a debate, it could be an Omega Psi Phi debate. You can have the purple and gold. I don't care who hosts. I don't care where it's host. I want Steve, Ricky, and DL on the same stage. Keep the same energy, Africans. Keep the same energy. King Kong consciousness versus the kings of comedy. Will the real coons please stand up?
Will the real coons please stand up? Child, Dr. Umar, you're so funny.
King Kong consciousness versus the kings of comedy. Will the real coons please stand up? I said King Kong consciousness versus the kings of comedy. Let's settle this once and for all. Let's settle this once and for all, brother. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can fool some of the people
some of the time,
all the time, and all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool the King Kong consciousness none of the time. They bringing up Fannie Lou Hamer when the Democratic Party sabotaged Fannie Lou Hamer. Look at the hypocrisy. They don't think y'all know y'all history. They don't think y'all know y'all history. Bringing up Fannie Lou Hamer. She turned in her damn grave. She turned in her damn grave. The Democratic Party was Fannie Lou Hamer's enemy, brother and sister. It will be about both parties, but who's pushing Trump?
Who?
I'm not pushing Trump, and they not pushing Trump, so we don't need to have a conversation about Trump, but we could bring it up if you like. They not pushing Trump, and I'm not pushing Trump, but we can include Trump if you want. The problem with y'all Negroes is y'all believe y'all have to belong to a plantation at all. Let me say it again. The problem with y'all Negroes is y'all believe y'all need to belong to a plantation at all. Y'all don't want to get off of a plantation. Y'all need a plantation, whether it's the Republican Party plantation, Democratic Party plantation, Green Party plantation. Y'all need a plantation. That's the problem with black folks.
You plantation needers. You plantation needers, you coons, you conscious, unconscious child. I don't even know what it is. I tell you, y'all ain't ish. Y'all, listen, y'all gonna leave George Floyd alone. He's a savior in y'all's community. He is a savior in y'all's community. Rest in peace to that man, okay? Child, Dr. Umar can remember all them names. Keep running them down. Keep running them down. I don't know where it became a requirement that we have to remember all the people that were deleted by white policemen, but we're not remembering the names of all the people that died that one weekend or were deleted in that one weekend up in Chicago. Child, I think it probably equals out to more than all those people put together. But child, what do I know? Child, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
You need to belong. Who should I vote for? Stop begging me for the right to belong to a plantation. I'm a runaway African. I represent, where my runaway Africans at? We running away with our vote. We not staying on no damn plantation. I represent the runaway slave party.
Not the runaway slave party. Shout out to the runaway slave party, child. Where y'all at?
I represent the runaway enslaved African vote. I represent, we done ran off the Democratic Party plantation, and we ain't coming back. We done ran off the Republican Party plantation. We ain't coming back. If you do your history, the corporation is a plantation. All of us work, right? You work at a job. You work for a corporation.
I do work for a corporation. Okay. I know where this is going, but yes, I do work for a corporation, and I'm going to continue to work for a corporation because I like to live. All right. So let me just go ahead and throw that out there. Dr. Umar, got bills to pay, got a home to pay for, got vacations to take, child. I got to eat. So yes, I'm going to continue to do that. Okay. And I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm just saying. But child, what else you got to say, child? What else you got to say?
The corporation is the 21st century plantation. The NBA is a plantation. NFL is plantation. Hip hop is plantation. Hollywood is plantation. Media is plantation. We still on the plantation. The corporation is the new plantation, my ninja. The corporation is the new plantation. And guess what the new slave chain is? Guess what the new shackle is?
What?
The new shackle is your paycheck.
There you go. There you go. You can't get away from nothing. Everything is a plantation, y'all. You're a slave no matter where you are, no matter what you do. It's all coonish. It's all coonish. It's all slave plantationist. But he and the Runaway Slave Party, okay? Are y'all with Dr. Umar and the Runaway Slave Party, child? It's all coonish. It's the corporations that are the problem. Hollywood is the problem. Hip hop is everything is child. I don't know why we even alive. Why are we even alive? Why are we even alive? Shout out to Grape Tea News. Love you back, hon. Almost to 100,000 if you haven't made it yet. Grape Tea News is about to cover off on 100,000. If he has not, everybody make sure that you subscribe so we can get him over the hump. Shout out to my boy. Thank you so much, as always, for your support. Shout out to Skinny Boy saying my cotton picking Africans. That was a normal reference when I was a child, getting on my cotton picking nerves. Now I guess it's offensive, but like my grandmother used to say that all the time. You getting on my cotton picking nerves. He getting on my cotton picking nerves. We used to say it like it was nothing. Shout out to Generation X. If you know, you know. Now you'll say it and people be like, well, then don't listen to me. Okay. Because I'm not changing my life because you are some sensitive ass, bum ass biatches and tricks. Okay. I'm just saying. Yes, Umar is hilarious for real, for real. Listen, we're going to laugh from Umar. We're going to laugh regardless, but we definitely going to laugh from Umar. I'm not disagreeing with a lot of what he says. This part right here is crazy, but I think he should debate them, and I think they should debate him, and I think that would be funny. It would be epic because people would be mad. People be storming off. He'll be talking, and it'll just be funny. They're not going to do it, but it would be hilarious. Shout out to Dr. G. I appreciate you as always, hon. Thank you so much for your generosity. He's saying coloring, basically.
What the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. And that's on who? Man-headed little lamb. Okay.
Shout out to you, hon. I appreciate you. You still a troll, but thank you so much. And thank you for yesterday as well. I did see you apologize. Thank you so much as always. What is RSP 2024? I don't know. Oh, the Runaway Slave. That's for me. RSP 2024, the Runaway Slave Plantation 2024. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Woo, Lord. Shout out to K Swifty, said Brianna's boyfriend got her caught up. You're not allowed to talk about that, K Swifty, okay? You are not allowed to say that. I don't know where you from. You better get on the RSP 2024, all right? You best get on the RSP 2024, all right? Shout out to TQS. Thank you so much, honey. He said the Breakfast Club is the plantation, but Dr. Umar be on there now, don't he? Dr. Umar be on there now, don't he? But you've been on it over 10 times. Okay, I didn't even finish reading it. But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. Isn't it owned by white people? Wouldn't that be who is it? iHeart Radio, I think. So is that owned by some white people and yet he keep going on there? That's why you got to stop with this. Not Grape Tea News blocked you. What did you do? I don't believe it. I don't believe it, child. Anyway, come on, Dr. Umar. If I'm doing that.
The new plantation is the corporation and the new shackle is your paycheck. The new plantation is the corporation and the new shackle is your paycheck. Talk black to me one time, Africans.
Not talk black to me.
I'm a runaway slave. Remember, we ran off the Republican Party plantation. We ran off the Republican Party plantation around 1930s. It's almost 2030. So if black people could give up the Republican Party plantation back in the 1930s, why can't we give up the Democratic Party plantation in the 2020s? Who with me? I want to lead a great exodus out of the Democratic Party. We will no longer be exploited. We will no longer be taken advantage. Cream of wheat, this is your land, but that is not a school.
Cream of wheat.
That is not a hospital. That is not a supermarket. That is not a bank. That is not a distribution network. That is not a system. That is not a solution.
So everything that he just named, Black people own none of it. So help me understand what the plan is with that, Dr. Umar. Not a hospital, well, a couple of banks, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, Black people don't own anything. So exactly, Dr. Umar, where is it that you're getting yourself taken care of since you on the Runaway Slave Plantation RSP 2024, child? Help us understand where that lies, sir.
So when you niggas jump on here talking about,
I ain't never heard him say niggas. I feel like I've never heard Dr. Umar say niggas. I know he says ninjas, but I don't think he's ever said niggas. Ooh, he must be mad. He must be mad. Shout out to Elise in the building. Shout out to Luke Casely in the building. We trying to catch up on the foolishness, y'all. We trying to catch up on the foolishness. Shout out to Dr. G. Yes, viewer discretion is advised, child. Viewer discretion is advised, y'all. The views of the person on the screen who is speaking is not necessarily the views of the host or the hostess or the people in the daggone chat.
this is our land. Okay, the Native Americans said that too. That's not a program. That's a slogan. This is our land. That's not a solution. I'm a pretendian. That's not a solution. That's a slogan. We're looking for solutions here. Remember, this is a live for deep thinking Africans. Let me get back to KA-BAMALA. She was clear that the future belongs to the immigrant. She was clear that East Indians are Americans too. She was also clear that women are going to be promoted on a whole nother level to the detriment of men, especially in the Black community. And she reaffirmed her loyalty to the untouchables. She made it crystal clear that she supports the untouchables, just like Obama. If you go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speech, go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speech in 2008 and 2012.
Pause. Let me look it up. Obama acceptance 2008 speech. Now, I didn't listen to Kamala, and we ain't gonna listen to all this. I remember it well. But let's see what Afontunde may be speaking about.
By young and old, rich and poor, Democrat and Republican, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, gay, straight, disabled and not disabled, Americans who send a message to the world that we have never been just a collection of individuals or a collection of red states and blue states. We are and always will be the United States of America.
Ooh.
It's the answer that led those who've been told for so long by so many to be cynical and fearful and doubtful about what we can achieve, to put their hands on the arc of history and bend it once more toward the hope of a better day. It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
Change has come to America. I remember this speech. Anybody see any changes since 2008? Bueller to America? Bueller. Hey, white people.
A little bit earlier this evening, I received an extraordinarily gracious call from Senator McCain. Senator McCain fought long and hard in this campaign, and he's fought even longer and harder for the country that he loves. He has endured sacrifices for America that most of us cannot begin to imagine. We are better off for the service rendered by this brave and selfless leader. I congratulate him. I congratulate Governor Palin for all that they've achieved. And I look forward to working with them to renew this nation's promise in the months ahead. I want to thank my partner in this journey, a man who campaigned from his heart and spoke for the men and women he grew up with on the streets of Scranton and rode with on the train home to Delaware, the Vice President-elect of the United States, Joe Biden. And I would not be standing here tonight without the unyielding support of my best friend
Your
for
wife?
the last 16 years,
Mm-hmm.
the rock of our family,
Mm-hmm.
the love of my life,
Mm.
the nation's next First Lady, Michelle Obama.
Hey.
Sasha and Malia,
Hey, girls.
I love you both more than you can imagine.
Yeah, love them too.
I know my grandmother's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for all the support that you've given me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to them.
Mm-hmm.
To my campaign manager, David Plouffe,
Okay.
America.
Let's get to it.
To my chief strategist, David Axel. But above all,
Right.
I will never forget who this victory truly belongs to.
Mm-hmm. Who?
It belongs to you.
Mm-hmm.
It belongs to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was never the likeliest candidate for this office.
Mm-mm.
We didn't start with much money or many endorsements. Our campaign was not hatched in the halls of Washington. It began in the backyards of Des Moines, in the living rooms of Concord, the front porches of Charleston. It was built by working men and women who dug into what little savings they had to give $5 and $10 and $20 to the cause. It grew strength from the young people who rejected the myth of their generation's apathy, who left their homes and their families for jobs that offered little pay and less sleep. It drew strength from the not so young people who braved the bitter cold and scorching heat to knock on doors of perfect strangers. And from the
All right, that's enough. Let's get back to Umar, because then we're gonna go to Kamala to see if there's any significant or if they're the same. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, pretendians. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't turn it back over here, child. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. I'm sorry. I apologize.
She was also clear that women are going to be promoted on a whole nother level to the detriment of men, especially in the Black community. And she reaffirmed her loyalty to the untouchables.
Mm-hmm.
She made it crystal clear that she supported Nate in 2012. Go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speeches. Sound just like Kamala. And they kept pushing middle class. They kept pushing middle. Well, for all y'all who want to be pretendian, guess what? You can now be an East Indian now, pretendians. Pretendians. Y'all could join up with the East Indians now because they're about to take over the Black community. So all pretendians, you should go get you a dot. Go get you a dot right here.
Dr. Umar.
Pretendians, go get you a dot.
Pretendians.
Go get you a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Go get you some curry chicken and join in with the Kamala movement.
Uh-oh. I thought curry chicken was from Jamaica. Come on, pretendians. Any pretendians here? Bueller. Bueller. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Damn. I only got white wine. How you know? Don't be calling me out, embrace villainy, okay? I just got one small glass of white. That's it. All right? Because, child, it's Sunday. Why not? Okay? Praise the Lord. Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired. But Dr. Umar, come on, sir. Come on, sir. Come on.
Pretendians, you can now be East Indians. Pretendians, you can now be East Indians. They're going to be running the show. Pretendians, you can now be East Indians. And the reason KA-BAMALA kept talking about middle class. And the reason KA-BAMALA kept talking about the middle class. And the reason KA-BAMALA kept talking about the middle class. That's a code word to white America that we're not talking to Black people. That's a code word to white America. Listen to me. I told y'all this 8 years ago.
Did you?
I told y'all this 16 years ago. Damn. When they say middle class, that means not poor. We're not talking to Black people coming out of prison. We're not talking to homeless Blacks. We're not talking to single Black mothers with children. When you hear the word middle class, that is a cold word that we're not talking to Black people.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there, sir. Now listen, if some of you coloreds are not in the middle class and you all coming out of jail, single mothers and all that, that's not my issue, child. But me and mine are most definitely middle class. And they always talk about the middle class, and ain't nothing ever changing, ain't nothing ever doing, because you always want to do shit for people that got a lot of money, or you want to do shit for people who ain't got no damn money, and it's a wash in between. We don't get shit. And we ain't supposed to say nothing about it, but you take them damn taxes. That's okay. That's why we out here talking about it over here. We're going to talk about all y'all. We don't give one damn. Okay. I'm just saying, but go ahead. Afantunde. We about to look at Kamala in a second because we didn't get a chance to do it. We going to make it up, y'all. We making it up today.
That's why they had them dance for you.
Dance.
They had them sing for you. They had Al Sharpton and D.L. Hughley and Kerry Washington and Michelle and Barack. Symbols for Negroes, substance for everybody else.
Symbols for Negroes. Symbols for Negroes. Let's listen to Kamala for a moment.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanking my most incredible husband, Doug, for being an incredible partner to me, an incredible father to Cole and Ella, and happy anniversary, Dougie. I love you so very much. To our President, Joe Biden. When I think about the path that we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show, and your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. And to Coach Tim Walz, you are going to be an incredible vice president.
Child, does he cry a lot?
And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign, your support is humbling. So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So, my mother, our mother, Shamala Harris, had one of her own. And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down, smiling. I know that. So my mother was 19 when she crossed the world alone, traveling from India to California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer. When she finished school, she was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. We moved a lot. I will always remember that big May laughter and music, Aretha, Coltrane, and Miles at the park.
I don't give a damn about that. I don't need your suggestions on music choices. Get to it, child. Get to the good stuff, child.
My mother would say, stay close. But my father would say, as he smiled, run, Kamala, run. Don't be afraid. Don't let anything stop you. From my earliest years, he taught me to be fearless. But the harmony between my parents did not last. When I was in elementary school, they split up. And it was mostly my mother who raised us. Before she could finally afford to buy a home, she rented a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay, she worked long hours. And Quinn, family who loved us, brilliant, 5 foot tall, brown woman.
Child, I don't need this history lesson. I really just don't. I want you to get to what the hell it is that you got to say. Because right now, I don't give a damn about this history lesson that we didn't already heard before.
We learned about civil rights leaders, including the lawyers like Thurgood Marshall and Constance Baker Motley, those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America. So at a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer. And when it came time to choose, sexually abused by her stepfather. In the case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us.
A harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. That sounds about Obama-ish.
And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them, no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together.
Dr. Umar may have a point. Shout out to TQS. Thank you, honey. Says I miss Kevin Samuels, as we all do. I do. Let me speak for myself. I do too. I hear you. Let's get back to Umar because it is kind of sounding similar, y'all. It is kind of sounding similar, child.
Symbols for Negroes.
Symbols for Negroes.
Substance for everybody else. Symbols for Negroes.
Symbols for Negroes.
Substance for everybody else. Symbols for Negroes. Substance for everybody else. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to keep you too much longer.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just hurt.
Oh.
That you have black people running around campaigning for a woman who don't even care about. This woman shook her head. I'm not going to do nothing just for black people.
Dr. Umar, now is that true? Now, Dr. Umar, is that true? I don't know. You could be out here making shit up, child.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
We supposed to ignore that, y'all. Y'all supposed to ignore that. Shout out to Mona D. I see you, hon, in the building. Shout out to everyone who is here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We're going to go back to Obama. We're going to go back to Kamala because Dr. Umar said they basically giving the same speech, and it do sound a little the same. It does sound a little the same. Shout out to Dr. G for another 10. He says symbols for coloring. Thank you so much. Symbols for coloring. It's a mess, child. Dr. Umar be having some points sometimes, y'all.
She was so emotional in her. She could have just said, we can't only serve the American Africans.
True.
That's something we can think about. She shook her head. The 2 drops of Negro came out of Kamala. Ooh. The 2 drops of ancient African DNA came out of that South Asian woman. The 2 drops of ancient African melanin came out of that East Indian woman. And she shook her head and said, I'm not going to do nothing just for black people. With emotion. No. With emotion.
True that.
So here's what I want to say to all of y'all who consider her a black woman. Here is what I want to say to all of y'all who consider her a black woman. If she considered herself a part of us, if she considered herself a part of us, why did she answer that question in the third person? I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah, ask me again.
If Kamala Harris considers herself an American African, a Jamaican African, if she considers herself a part of us, why did she answer that question with such negative emotion and in the third person?
Pause. All right, let's see what he's talking about. Hold on.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Dr. Umar for the win on that. Dr. Umar for the win on that.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Wow. We've been watching that clip for how long? And Dr. Umar then pointed out he's absolutely right. She answering that question in the third damn person, but she black, child. She is black. She colored like the rest of us. Shout out to everybody who is here, but we talking about them to the colors today, child. Dr. Umar is right about that.
Why did Kamala Harris?
Why?
When asked what she was going to do for black people, why did she answer that question with such negative emotion and in the third person? She didn't say us. She said black people. She said y'all.
You Negroes, you coloreds.
And Donald Trump is no better.
Nope.
Donald Trump did nothing. And here's another thing. D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, Ricky, my uncles who I love and respect. No hate. This is only debate. No hate. This is only debate. I'm not here for division.
Only debate. No hate. Only.
If y'all going to push Kamala Harris, D.L. Hughley, If y'all going to push Kamala Harris, Steve Harvey, if y'all going to push Kamala Harris, Ricky Smiley, can you at least get a concession? This is why I'm so disappointed. I could respect you, DL, for crashing out on the convention stage if you got a single concession. What is she going to do about police brutality? Is she going to eliminate qualified immunity? Y'all keep talking about Donald Trump is going to give the police full immunity.
They do.
Kamala Harris ain't saying nothing about qualified immunity. Y'all crying.
Has she said anything about any immunity? Has she said anything about any immunity, child? Child, Dr. Umar be having some points sometimes, y'all.
About Donald Trump giving the police full immunity, but y'all ain't said a word about Kamala Harris protecting qualified immunity. I ain't heard Vice President Harris say one word about getting rid of qualified immunity for police. I ain't heard Vice President Kamala Harris say one word about getting rid of qualified immunity for police. When she talks about people of color, POC, y'all think she talking about y'all. Politically uneducated American Africans. People of color. The word would not even be used if they cared about black people. Somebody answer the question. Why did they stop calling black people and started calling you people of color?
Anybody got an answer on that? Bueller. Why is it that you can't say black, African American, or anything like that no more? It's people of color. I'm thinking because it includes everyone. Let me look up BIPOC again because I can't keep up. BIPOC, you know, that's what the white women said, and nobody had a fit. But I promise you, later on in 2025, let them say BIPOC. Oh my God, that's racist. BIPOC, acronym for Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. Term used in the U.S. to describe groups that are not white and are often harmed by white supremacy. The term was first used in 2013 in response to protests against police brutality and racism, and is intended to be more descriptive than people of color or white. So in other words, just include everybody, and you, us, can't even just get anything for yourselves. And y'all be the first persons, not y'all, but y'all be the first persons talking about what are black people going to get? What is the black community is going to get? You don't ask for anything. You don't command, you don't, well, no, you do command, child, but you don't ask for anything. This is all symbolism. Dr. Umar is proving the damn point that we already know. This is all about symbolism, specifically from these D9 people. No shade against any of y'all who are here. But you can't tell me that Ricky Smiley crying, talking about AKA by a DST on MLK Day means a damn thing. This is what they want to do. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Help me understand what the hell that's going to do for any of us, Bueller. Them stepping in the White House and strolling and all that, what the hell that going to do for the rest of us? Not a damn thing. Not one damn thing. When we watched that video with the, the night with the black men for Kamala, and they all was up there. Shout out to Jason Black, who did an excellent live stream on it too, with their signs and their frat and bro and all that bullshit. How the fuck does that help any of us? That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't give a shit about that. That's all they talking about. That's all they want to do. They want to be able to get up in there and have another moment to say, we've seen 2 black people. We were responsible for 2 black people to be president. We never thought we would ever see this. Oh my God, the ancestors. It'll be wonderful. This is just wonderful. And then Obama didn't do what people wanted him to do. I don't know what y'all expect these people to do, first of all. If you think they're about to come out here and say black people can just do anything and it's all good, even though it seems like that seems to be what it is any daggone way, because, child, you can't even name people when the crimes come up. You can't even tell people what the damn race is when crimes come up. But, child, you just go ahead and assume, then you're wrong for assuming. Anyway, back to Dr. Umar, child. I can't do this.
Why did they stop calling black people and started calling you people of color? Why did they stop calling black people and started calling you people of color? To exclude you from the conversation. People of color does not mean black. It means everybody who is not white but is not black. People of color means everybody who is not white but is not black. People of color means everybody who is not white but who is not black. When y'all going to get over this?
Child. When?
You must be mentally ill to champion somebody who ain't gave you a single concession. She didn't even show up to the National Association of Black Journalists.
Uh-oh. I thought she was coming back to do a phone interview, y'all. What happened to that, Bueller? Anybody? Bueller. What happened to Kamala coming to even see the colored journalists? Ain't even do that. What's up with that? What happened? I thought she was going to do it later. I thought she was coming back. I thought she was going to do it by Zoom. I thought she was going to do it by phone. Child, they're going to say she was busy with the DNC. Oh, is that what it was? So y'all just going to ignore that, right? Just ignore, not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. So y'all just going to ignore that, right? You're going to ignore the website. That's still, what is the date of today? The 25th of August, with not a GD thing on it, with 70 some odd days left to the election. And all she said is AB, shout out to Roe v. Wade, and maternal care for people that have children. Again, two completely opposite things that makes no sense to me, but what the hell do I know? And now she didn't latched on to tips. You don't have to pay tax on tips and something else, but both of those were from Trump. So we're just going to ignore that too. Child, all that matters, colors. Shout out to everyone who is here. But all that matters is an AKA by a DST on MLK Day.
Invitation. Kamala Harris ain't interviewing with no black people, just like Barack Obama. They don't have to. They're going to get your vote anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like her sister had on extra dark makeup.
Ooh.
When you look at Kamala Harris's sister's pictures, her and Kamala are the same complexion. And this is no disrespect to the young lady. She has a black husband, I believe.
So
Kamala Harris's sister, they put on dark makeup. That woman is not.
Pause, because we did see her briefly. Hold on a second. Kamala Harris, sister at the DNC. Images. Did she speak? I guess she did. I don't know, y'all. I'll let you see. They did show a picture of her when we were just watching Kamala a second ago. Let's see. Maya. That's not at the DNC, though. Child. She married to a black man. Well, shout out to her. All right, we'll come back to that. Dr. Umar said. Shout out to Upward Man in the building. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. Always happy to have you. He said, what's up? Excuse me. What's up, Mrs. Michonne? Just joining the live. I see a psychiatric PT person crumping to R&B. Oh, I talk about rolling, crumping to R&B. Who this? Shout out to VP Heels to the Sky, member of the largest POC group in the world, claiming to be marginalized. I know you're talking about rolling.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you.
Shout out to Roland. Let's see if she comes up again, because she was up there a second. See if Kamala got anything to say, child.
And every day in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words.
What?
Kamala Harris for the people.
There you go, y'all. KA-BAMALA is for the people. It's like, yes, we can. Shout out to Ms. AB. Yes, we can.
And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America.
Ooh. Ooh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Is Dr. Umar right? Is Dr. Umar right? Dr. Umar said, child, come on, y'all. Stop this. Stop this. She the same complexion as Kamala is. Stop this. You see how dark she is, child? She looked like she got makeup painted on her. Child, shout out to Skinny Boy 20 Boy.
Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired.
Abso-damn-lutely. Goodbye. Goodbye. Dr. Umar is funny. Dr. Umar is a mess, but Dr. Umar be right sometimes, okay? Shout out to Upward Man for another 2. Thank you, honey. Said, hashtag I got some shuffling to do. All right. Well, we be here if you decide to come back.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man. What you gonna do? Look out, boys. It's coming through. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Look at this woman. Look at this woman. That is not what she normally looks like. He's absolutely right. Back to Dr. Umar, child. Back to Dr. Umar, child. This is crazy.
Not that dark. She is not darker than Kamala Harris. Go online and look at pictures of Kamala Harris's sister. Go online and look at pictures of Kamala Harris's sister. Go online and look at pictures of Kamala Harris's sister.
KA-BAMALA.
She is not that dark. The Democratic Party plantation made her dark. They made her snap her neck, shake her head. They made her act like a black woman on that stage. Ooh. That woman is not that dark. Look at her pictures. They darkened her up. I am not disrespecting her. I respect that East Indian woman. I ain't got no problem with respecting East Indians. They are human beings. They deserve respect, but she is not that dark. They darkened her up to appeal to y'all. Ooh. They darkened her up to appeal to y'all. Ooh. They darkened her up to appeal to y'all. All that black music, not a word in the speech about black people. You had Mark Morial. You had Al Sharpton. You had Kerry.
I don't know who Mark Morial is, but look at this. All right. I can't make it any bigger. I think this is her sister on the right-hand side with my niece and sister after the confirmation hearings. I'm just saying, child. And Dr. Umar might be right. Dr. Umar said. Shout out to TQS. Thank you so much, hon. He said, hey, Roland Martin, step in the name, not step in the name. Step in the name of fudge. Step in the name of fudge. Y'all are crazy.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you.
Child.
Washington. You had D.L. Hughley. You had John Legend perform. Common Sense. I think Common Sense perform. Common Sense. I love and respect you, my brother. Did you get any concessions for black people?
Who is Common Sense?
Mark Morial. Did you get any concessions for black people? Al Sharpton. Did you get any concessions for black people? Kerry Washington. As beautiful as you can be, as articulate as you can be, my beautiful African sister. I love you. But did you get a single concession? Why are we running around crashing out for candidates without a single promise?
Crashing out.
Uncle Steve Harvey said he was not being paid to push Kamala.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Steve Harvey answers Dr. Umar. So this should come up on the show on Monday because they most certainly came out on the show to answer Dr. Umar when he called out Dr. Umar for what he said. So let me see if I can get that. Ooh, who are you? Oh, videos. Steve Harvey responds to Dr. Umar. Let's see. Hopefully this has what we need in it. Okay. Shout out to TikTok. Let me go ahead and shout out also to Go Political in the building. I see you, honey. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. He said, you rock, Michonne. You're my daily mental therapy for all this nonsense. Then you really got issues. If I'm the mental therapy, we all in trouble. Oh my God. Shout out to you, honey. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. So Dr. Umar originally called out Steve Harvey for accepting money to talk what he's been talking, specifically about the time when Steve Harvey was interviewing Kamala and he said, I'm giving her a lob. You know how they do in basketball. I'm not going to ask her a bunch of hard questions. I'm going to give her a layup. So in other words, make it easy for her. Okay. Let's see what they said here, child. It's too much.
Steve Harvey, I don't know if y'all saw the video of me responding to Dr. Umar. Now, let me tell y'all something. That's my brother. I love the stuff he says. I really do. But sometimes we disagree on certain things.
All right, come on.
To support her.
I'm not no Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey. You don't drop no check off and say, get the Negroes to the plantation on November the 4th.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to do whatever I have to do for free for Kamala Harris because that's my girl. I don't care. I just want her to win.
Basically.
It's better than that Trump. Okay, don't even talk shit. I know I talked to Trump a couple years ago.
Oh, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that when Steve Harvey went to talk to Donald Trump and he was just about obliterated off the face of the earth by you Negroes. Woo! Shout out to TQS for 5 memberships. Thank you so much, hon. Lord. Shout out to TQS. Thank you as always for always being here, always support me. Thank you so much. If you did get a membership, please make sure you thank TQS for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all y'all being here on a late Sunday live stream. Child, I had to do it with this Dr. Umar because he calling it the F out. Oh, no. Y'all. Y'all, I'm not even gonna give you a hard time, Celine. The Snow Bunny still ain't get a membership. You poor Celine. Shout out to Upward, man. I appreciate you. I cannot. Shout out to Upward Man for another 5. Thank you so much, honey. He said Kamala KA-BAMALA's sister looks like an Indian woman dressed up as a black woman. Appleton-ciating a whiter woman's a wig. Hashtag, oh my God, Tropic Thunder. Oh my God. OMG, that reference says everything. You are absolutely right. That's exactly what she looked like. I totally forgot about that daggone movie. Yup. You are absolutely right. Common sense equals common. Thank you so much. And thank you for that damn reference. Shout out to those that know. Woo! half damn crazy. But yeah, so Steve Harvey was almost canceled because he went and met with Trump. But that's how you coloreds are. You don't want to talk to anyone that doesn't agree with you. And that's how nothing gets resolved as well. It's okay to listen to another side, even if you don't agree. You know, there's a term called agree to disagree that doesn't, if you don't talk, how can you ever expect to resolve anything? If you don't try to come to some sort of resolution to try to, what is the word? To try to, oh my God, what is the word? To try to figure it out together. I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now. To come to a solution, then how the hell do you ever expect to change anything? No, you don't want to do that. And now whenever anyone says that they are voting for Trump, y'all got to chastise them, call them names. You don't know what you're talking about. You ain't right. You on the plantation. You a coon. You a this, you a that, you a this, you a that. Whatever you want to say. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Elise. Compromise. Y'all don't know how to compromise, which is what John McCain would do. Because I'm telling you, if John McCain had not picked Sarah Palin, I was voting for John McCain. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no. Y'all was out here, not y'all, already crashing out, as Dr. Umar says, for damn Kamala, and she ain't even picked a damn VP yet. Y'all just let all this mess go by like it wasn't nothing. They didn't kicked out Biden, who at this point I'm thinking he probably had C-19 when he did that daggone debate. Y'all didn't care. Get his ass on up out of here because all y'all care about is winning. I don't know how you coloreds don't see that. Not that the other side don't care about winning, but they don't give a damn about you. You ain't gonna get shit, and it's gonna be the same as always. But at the same time, you don't go out there and get what's out there for you because you're waiting for something to say black. You ain't for a neon sign to say black. You ain't for somebody to say, here you go, black. That's for you. And that's just not how it works. But child, go ahead and continue to think that that's how it works. And you'll continue to be where you are. Then when you're on TV and on TikTok, we got to talk about you. Don't be mad. It is what it is. The only person that's responsible for their own lives is their own selves. That would be you. You're waiting around for Kamala, KA-BAMALA, Trump, Biden, Clinton, Obama. Listen, you should be more worried about whoever the hell it is that's in your own damn town. Shout out to Big Tiff. You need to be more concerned with whoever the hell it is in your own damn town, similar to Big Tiff. But child, what do I know? I don't know shit, child.
That was my fault. I don't know why I did it. For him to say $10,000.
Oh my God, dude. Where is the damn video shit? Lord have mercy.
Many public figures continue to speak out in support of their party.
All right, F it.
Several days ago, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Hopefully you saw it. If you didn't, I don't have time for this, child. We gotta move on. Come on, Dr. Umar.
Uncle Steve Harvey said he was not being paid to push Kamala. Uncle Steve Harvey said he was not being paid to push Kamala. Do you know what that means, Uncle Steve? When you say you were not being paid to push Kamala, you basically said they already own you, so there's no need for further compensation. Uncle Steve, I love and respect you, brother. I love and respect you. When you said you was pushing Kamala for free, do you know what you really said?
What did you say, child?
Uncle Steve, do you know what you really said when you said they didn't pay you? You were pushing Kamala for free. You basically admitted you was already bought and sold, my brother.
Oh, ninja.
You basically admitted you were already bought and sold. My goodness.
Ninja.
Here go another plantation slave.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you how you know when you found a plantation slave.
Okay, tell us.
You know you found a plantation slave when you speak about Kamala, they call you a Trump supporter. That's how you know you're dealing with a low vibrational, politically uneducated Negro.
Then we know a lot of them. Then we know a lot of them because that's the only thing that they ever say. Then you must support Trump. Just say you're a Trump supporter. Ain't nobody here that's been here a while will ever think that I am a Trump supporter. Not near nobody. Not near nobody. However, at the end of the day, it's about what the hell it is that you're doing for policy. And Kamala ain't got none. Donald Trump got 20 of them. I think it was 20 on his website. And 70 some odd days in, only thing she talking about is ABs and maternal health, which don't make no damn bit of sense to me. But you biatches are so, because let's be honest for a second, okay? Let's just be honest for a second. It's mostly you biatches that are up here that are pushing for this. Let's take the D9 out of it. All right. Let's just take the D9 out of it. You had Tiffany Cross wilding out. Joy Reid, I don't know if she in the D9 or not, wilding out. I'm sure that the rest of them, Jamel and the rest of them are wilding out too. And they were like, all the white women, shout out to y'all because y'all ain't shit either. Y'all out here, you want your first woman because y'all hate men so bad. You know, you really probably should get some help as to why you hate men so much, because that seems like it's an internal thing. But you want to be able to say that you rule the world. Listen. This is just my 2 cents. This is what I'm thinking. They just want to be able to say, down with the patriarchy, your feminism, whatever you want to call it. But they're going to make sure one way or another they get a woman on up in there so that they can, one, deter Trump, because now it's all about he's a felon. Child, I don't care about whores, because that's all y'all want to be is whores, whore them all 2024. So now all of a sudden you want to act like it's when Bill Clinton was in there with Monica Lewinsky, so many people was like, well, that's not our marriage. We don't care, because you was getting everything that you wanted. All the money was out there. Credit cards was off the hook. Houses was off the hook. Rates was where you needed it. Then 2008 came. Even though it was leading up to 2008, y'all lost everything, looking half damn crazy because you don't know shit. Now I'm talking to you coloreds. You ain't know shit about finance, because guess who it hurt the most in 2008, y'all? I give you 3 guesses and the first 3 don't count. Who the 2008 real estate market crash hurt the most? Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? Okay. Y'all didn't listen then. You ain't learned your lesson since then. And God forbid if something happens like this alleged recession, if it ain't here already, and you out here losing homes, you out here getting evicted, you out here free as a bird, making $100 million until all of a sudden something happens. And then it's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And then you say that it's not right, it's not fair, it's a racism, it's a white people, but white people do it too. Pretty soon, I expect y'all to say, you should leave Tiffany Henyard alone. She's not doing anything differently than any other politician does. Oh, okay. Child, let her go then, child. Let them all go. So when you finally get the opportunity to get some agency, you F it up because you so busy trying to be like the same people that you claim keep you down. Make it make sense. But white people do it too. You want to be just like white people. These will be the damn pro-blacks. You get caught. But white people do it too. Why the hell do you care what the hell white people do? What does that got to do with you? I thought you didn't care about white people. I thought it was all about black people. But I'm supposed to trust y'all? I'm supposed to be all in? Yeah, no. I got to do this on an individual basis, child. Because, child, I'm not that person. Because you can't be trusted, because you don't have the sense that God gave you. You have absolutely no correction at all. You will not listen to anyone. You swear you know everything. Then you get in these dumbass situations. And then when someone says, I told you so, then you mad talking about you hate black people. Okay, then call me whatever the hell it is that you want. I don't care. But the bottom line is I be right. Because I know what I be talking about. And what I don't know that I don't know, I tell you I don't know. But I know what I do know. I know that it's always black people that are disproportionately affected with every damn thing. And that's what y'all say, okay? But you don't want to listen. You don't want to change. You don't want to do anything differently. You are going over a damn cliff for a woman that, first of all, ain't black. Second of all, ain't giving you a policy. Third of all, that's being pushed by the alleged people that you want to listen to who are black and don't give a shit about you. It's all about symbolism. All this, AKA by DST on MLK. The same thing with Barack Obama. No shade against him at all. None. It was symbolism. Remember, people were saying racism has ended. Racism has ended because Obama was elected. Child, that was the dumbest of the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Well, I don't know what one got to do with the other. It's just enough of y'all wanted to have this symbolic moment. And I think that enough people are still going to want to have this symbolic moment. And Kamala will get elected. This is my thought. Okay, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now. This is what I think about to happen. And then you colors will be out here whining and complaining about how she ain't do nothing she ain't come to the hood. She ain't do nothing for the black community. And all the people who are up here telling you that you ain't shit and you stupid and you don't know what you're talking about, do what I say, D9, DST, AKA, gonna be up in that daggone White House, strolling and shuffling and whatever the hell else it is that they do, just like they was doing when Obama was in there. Again, no shade against Obama. Y'all sat up here after George Floyd and you wanted all this racism to end and it's not right, it's not fair, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. They took down all them statues. And what difference did that make in your life? You sat up here and you got daggone Juneteenth, you still not happy? You colors are the one that came up with DE&I. Now you mad that people are using the damn term that you came up with. DE&I is the new N-word. Your kids is down here saying the N-word like candy any doggone way. So what difference does it make? Oh, only white people can't do it, right? I need you Negroes to understand and you colors to know that you only can control your damn self. So if you're not going to control yourself, I suggest you leave everybody else the hell alone, especially me, child. Especially me, because I'm not fooled by the foolishness. Ain't nobody listening to y'all. You sound half damn crazy most of the time. But continue to listen to Roland and Ricky and all the rest of them. And when they in there strolling and you on the outside looking in like it was a daggone Home Alone movie and it's cold outside, remember this.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see?
Child, that's what they're going to be doing. And y'all going to be outside like the little boy from Home Alone, child. Shout out to EJ, sent me a Cash App. I appreciate you. He said, I'm a black woman, supporting my interests. Thank you so much to EJ, Eric Jordan in the building. I appreciate you, hon. Shout out to TQS. Thank you so much, hon. He said Michonne is not a Trump supporter, but she is a troll supporter. I am a troll supporter. Shout out to my trolls, TQS, Dr. G, and Skinny Boy 20 Boy. Appreciate you all. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Come on, Dr. Umar. What else, child? What else?
When you criticize Kamala, they say you must be a member of the Republican plantation. They believe all blacks are slaves. They believe all blacks are slaves. When you criticize Kamala, they automatically assume that you are on the Republican Party plantation. They don't believe that there's a such thing as a free-thinking African. They don't believe there's a such thing as a free-thinking African. They don't believe there's a such thing as a free-thinking African. You already know what the solution is. Stop asking. You just in denial. You already know what the solution is. Stop asking. You're just in denial. You already know what the solution.
Let me guess. We're in denial. Shout out to Skinny Boy 20 Boy. He got the Steve Harvey response to Dr. Umar. Shout out to you, hon. All right, so this is Umar first said that Steve Harvey was paid in order to say this stuff about what he's saying about Kamala. And then they played it on the show, which is why they better play what Dr. Umar is saying today or yesterday on the show tomorrow and hear what Steve Harvey has to say with regard to coming out and debating him.
Well, first of all, we're going to have her on her again or how many other times it's needed to get her into office. Brother Umar, let me say this, man. I absolutely love some of the things you say. I really, really do, man. Some of the stuff I don't always agree with, but ain't nobody got to agree with everything I say. But let me clear the air on something.
Please.
You can't hire Steve Harvey for $10,000 to do nothing.
Hey.
Let me just A that out the way.
Let me just cut in for a second. For one, y'all talking about what Roland got on. What the hell Steve got on? But he on radio, okay? But two, Shirley Strawberry, I'm thinking that you might want to STF your damn self since you over there getting scammed by daggone man that was your husband. I don't know if they divorced. He in jail. You was covering for him. Try to bring Steve into it to cover it all up. Allegedly. So you might want to fall the hell back. That's just my 2 cents, though.
I don't know where you got that number from. But you can't offer Steve Harvey $10,000 to do nothing. No, you can go through the industry and ask about me. Bro, let me tell you something. Omar, let me tell you something, man. And there ain't no hate here at all, because I like some of the work he does. I really do. Yeah. Listen, man, I don't do nothing. Nothing for $10,000. Don't.
So this is what I hear. Steve Harvey, first of all, clearly didn't listen to what Umar said. Umar said that they offered him $10,000. Steve Harvey only focused on the money, from what I'm hearing right here, right? So, Steve, it's not the point on the amount of the money, but you see where he's at. That's why when they in there strolling and strutting, and y'all out here looking in from the outside, we're going to be sitting here with our popcorn just watching, child.
Don't even insult. Don't insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't, man. And I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands as opposed to Donald Trump's hands.
Well, that's the bottom line right there with all you coloreds. Is that it ain't even really about KA-BAMALA at the end of the day. It's about Donald Trump. That's why when y'all see anything that I post that questions KA-BAMALA, y'all always reference damn Donald Trump. And it ain't even about him. It ain't even about him, but it's about him to you. It's about him to you because you scared. Like I've said before, you always talk about the ancestors, but your asses is scared to do anything after the ancestors then did everything. You ain't even willing to do half of what the hell it is that they did. You so damn scared is what it is.
That's why I do it. Now, me and Ricky Smiley happen to be on the same page. Now, we Q's now, and so is D.L. Hughley.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
Now, I heard Roland is Haitian, I believe somebody said. I don't know. And yes, that is what that song says. So you hear Steve busting out with the Q stuff. Roland is an alpha. And I told y'all what my friend said, who's an alpha. He said it's symbolism. We want her in there because she is in the D9. So remember this, coloreds, all right? When she get in there and you still ain't getting shit.
And Q's kind of run the airways of black radio.
Okay. All right.
The Q's is running the airways of black radio.
All right, Purple.
But we also understand what's at stake here. So no, I haven't received a single dollar from anybody to do what I do. And I'm doing it gladly for free.
Yes.
And I'm going to freely have her on here again and again and again. I am going to freely ask soft-ass questions I am going to freely lob the basketball so she can slam dunk all these questions. Yes, I'm going to freely sit here and agree. So
now wait a minute, but when y'all out here talking about the Project 2025, they had the audacity and the nerve to put it in writing. You have Steve Harvey telling you right damn here exactly what's going on. We're gonna do whatever we need to do. We're gonna give her no questions. We're not gonna push her for anything. We just want to make sure we get her up there because Q's run the daggone radio. Child, who even listens to radio? I know I don't. Child, let me go back to Shirley Strawberry for a second. Y'all still allow her to give out advice on So y'all still letting her give y'all advice on goodbye. See, this is what I'm talking about, colors, because ain't many white people watching and listening to Steve Damn Harvey. Y'all ain't got the sense that God gave you, and you just want to be out here pretending that you care about Black people doing the most that just keeps you back, don't move you forward, and then we'll turn around and blame it on racism when it's you. Steve Harvey is sitting here telling you he don't care about no policy. He want to get her in. The Q's run the radio station. He gonna lob. He ain't gonna push. He don't care about no policy. That's what he gonna do. And then he got a woman whose husband was a scammer, scammed her. She was supporting him, trying to cut.
The black vote is not for sale. But it is a very important block of votes that can control the outcome of this election. And if I have my way, if it is within God's will, she would be the next president of the United States, because the alternative, see, there's only two people running for president.
That's actually not true. Prior to 24 to 48 hours ago, there was RFK, but then lest we not forget about black Cornel West, and it's probably another one or two persons, but y'all never been thinking about Cornel West, and he was in the race prior to damn Kamala, and y'all didn't support him. You coloreds who care about Black people, it's all about Black people, black, pro-Blacks, ain't care one bit about Cornel West, ain't talk about him, ain't push him up, ain't lob him no questions, ain't bring him on no shows, ain't talk to him, ain't interview him, not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. But all of a sudden now, we supposed to care about Kamala, who's Black today, as opposed to tomorrow, ain't got a policy to date on her damn website, ain't talking about shit, ain't been to the NABJ. That quietly went away now, didn't it? Child. This ain't wash, rinse, repeat.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
And like Dr. Umar pointed out, why is she talking about herself in the third person if she Black?
Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, or Donald Trump. That's the choice. So I don't know. And if somebody offered you 10, you should have took it. But anybody offered me nothing. But please don't insult me and offer me $10,000. Because I'm telling you right now, it costs way more for me to wake up and turn this mic on.
Oh, Steve,
way
we
more.
gotta get him. It's $10,000.
I can't even let that get out about me.
The amount of insulting to you. Wow.
That's just, I mean, really,
The
man.
brand.
Look, man, they can take their campaign money and put it into other causes, like buying ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The ad I'm running right now, this is free.
Free. Please go vote for Kamala Harris. Do it for free.
Kamala Harris campaign ad right now. Please vote. The Black vote is not for sale.
It is not.
But it is a very, very viable force. It really is important. And that's why everybody want it, man.
That's right.
And because let me tell you something. If you look at look at the last presidential election, when it got down to Michigan, Wisconsin, it got down to Philadelphia, it got down to Georgia, Atlanta. Philly, Pennsylvania. All those, the Republicans were winning out in the suburbs. When they got to the inner cities where we heavily populate Atlanta, Philadelphia, Detroit, Milwaukee, that turned the election. And the same thing can happen this time. And they all know it. Why do you think Donald Trump, who don't give a damn about the National Association of Black Journalists, would even walk his ass out there? He was out there to try to make Black people think that he's done more for Black people than any president since Abraham Lincoln.
I can't. They'll turn anything around any old way. The reason that Donald Trump went was but just completely and utterly ignore the fact that Kamala never went, KA-BAMALA never went to the coloreds. She don't even care about you enough to even come and talk to you, but you want to look at it wrongly because Donald Trump went, knowing damn well that it wasn't going to be easy with none of y'all. And we saw it. And of course, because I'ma tell you, y'all consider that to be success. I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. I can't. Y'all, I just can't. You coloreds. Thank you so much, Upward Man, for another 5. He said Roland gets his clothes tailored by Mr. Walker, SBC. Shout out to Single by Choice. Appreciate you, hon. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Hurry up with this foolishness, child.
But he can't name one thing he's done for Black people.
Name me one thing Kamala has done for Black people, Steve. What has Kamala done for Black people, Steve? Because isn't that what Ricky Smiley said? What has Kamala done for Black people? Let's see. Well, I mean, I guess we got to give her everything that Joe has done. All right. Is being competency checked. Gauntlet of every Black woman in the workplace has to, I don't know what that means. What Kamala has said about reparations for Blacks. Oh, Kamala has expressed support for reparations for Black people as her presidential campaign kicks off in earnest. Last Sunday, no, this is old. Joe dropped out, endorsed Harris. Democrats said first presidential debate in June. Since that happened, since then, talk has turned to what a potential Harris presidency might look like and what policies she might support. Asked about the issues of reparations for Black, publication The Root, Harris threw her support behind the concept of measure aimed to atone for the United States legacy of slavery and discrimination against African Americans. I think there has to be some form of reparations, and we could discuss what that is. But look, we're looking at more than 200 years of slavery, she said. We're looking at almost 100 years of Jim Crow. We're looking at legalized segregation, and in fact, segregation on so many levels that exist today based on race, and there has not been any kind of intervention done understanding the harm and the damage that occurred to correct the course. And so we are seeing the effects of all those years play out still today. When pressed further, she agreed that if elected president, she would lead a conversation about what reparations for Black people would look like. There y'all go. She'll talk to y'all about it. There you go. She'll talk about it. There you go. There you go. So in other words, nothing. Who is Kamala Harris? Where does Kamala stand on key issues affecting Black voters? I don't know what capital B is. Look like just hours later, Harris picked up enough Democratic delegate support to become her party's nominee. There will be, how does the race move forward? Harris is favored to become the party's nominee. Expected to, we're committed to an open, Democrats want to avoid an open convention. All right, we don't care. Official leaders have come out in support of Harris early on, saying we're going to stop overlooking Black women. Y'all know that. You know that's what it's about. Kimberly Peeler Allen, a visiting practitioner at the Center for American Women in Politics, where she advises on election analysis. That's a tremendous statement, not just for the VP, but for all Black women who are running for office, and in Shirley Chisholm's words, fighting for their seat at the table. gathering of 44,000 participants, largely Black women, raised more than 1.5 million on Monday. We remember that. Reproductive justice. Harris is best known for her position on AB rights. We already know that. She kicked off a Fight for Reproductive Freedoms tour at the start of the year, traveling across the country to be the White House's voice, emphasizing the importance of protecting the right to Roe v. Wade. I think it is clear if Donald Trump were to win in November, he will continue to sell out working families. He will continue to attack reproductive freedom, and he will continue to undermine our democracy. Harris said at a campaign stop in North Carolina, the question we face is, what kind of country do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate? So you're trying to tell me that we're not currently living in a country of chaos, fear, and hate? So that's not what we're living in right now? Bueller. Goodbye. Harris has knocked U.S. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, Trump's running mate, for supporting a national AB ban. Trump nominated 3 of the U.S. Supreme Court justices over Roe v. Wade in 2022. He and his allies have tried to distance themselves from the anti-AB stances, which have cost them at the ballot box. So in other words, it's all about women, y'all, okay? Shout out to all my ladies. It's all about women. They want to make sure that they can go delete kids and be out here being whores continuously for forever and only use one form of alleged birth control so that they can get rid of kids, even though the population is decreasing. So that's what Kamala is doing for y'all. KA-BAMALA is doing for y'all. When she was a senator, she co-sponsored legislation that would have banned specific restrictions on state level, such as requiring doctors to perform certain tasks or obtain hospital. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't give a fuck about Roe v. Wade. Not one damn bit, okay? I'm trying to understand why not everyone, but why so many of you biatches are so focused on ABs. You telling me that that's the most important thing for your life, given the eggs is high, the milk is high, and nobody can afford to live, but y'all worrying about ABs? So in the midst of not being able to afford gas, not being able to afford food, not being able to afford a place to live, not being able to afford a home, the most important thing that you care about is being able to continue to F for free without protection, and then be able to delete the damn kid. That's crazy. That's crazy. And somebody's supposed to... Criminal justice. Harris' track record on criminal justice reform is a little bit more mixed. Following the masses in Uvalde in New York, Biden-Harris administration signed into law Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, most significant piece of GUN control legislation in 3 decades, partially closing the boyfriend loophole and allowing the DOJ to more aggressively target arms trafficking. When it comes, has anything helped? Has that helped? That's since 2022. Child, do we need to go into crime is down? Because I don't think that's help. I'm pretty sure that any of the people who are committing crimes right now using GUNs are not using ones that are legal. They may be legal to those that legally got it initially, but I'm sure that they stole it or took it off the black market, and now all of a sudden they out here committing crimes against the rest of us that work. And then when we try to do something about it, then you want to hold us accountable, but you want to let criminals out, let them do it over and over again until they do something so egregious that you have to hold them. But we got to sit out here and wait until they do the most egregious and hope and pray that it ain't near none of us. Goodbye. When it comes to the issue of police accountability, however, Harris is more vulnerable to attacks from the left. The administration has yet to sign the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, which continues to flounder in the U.S. Senate, where Democrats have only a wafer-thin majority. A wafer-thin majority is a majority. So if you colors are so enamored by George Floyd and this bill and what it means to black people and what it's supposed to do, and they still ain't got it done with a wafer-thin majority, wafer-thin means a majority, and they still didn't do it, what's the reason why y'all ain't crying and carrying on about that? That man been gone for 4 damn years. Y'all been carrying on and it still ain't nothing done. And I don't hear y'all saying nothing, but you got to get Kamala in there. Gotta get Kamala in there, right? Do y'all even know what the fuck is going on around here? I'm confused. And I'm not acting like I do. I'm just Googling to find out, just like everybody, not everybody, but me. I'm doing it for me, okay? Because I never will sit up here and say I know everything. Never, ever, never, no way. But this definitely sounds like somebody running game on your colored asses, but you don't want to see it because, again, like most people keep saying, and I'm sick of hearing it, you want to do this identity politics. You want to have a woman. You want that symbolizing. Then you want to call her black, BIPOC, woman of color, whatever you want to call her, because you just want to be able to say it so that you can then say to men, you ain't ish, we are in charge. Which is why you dummies thought that Beyonce was going to come and you went and you watched the shit just so because you wanted to see her. What about Kamala? You didn't want to see her? You wanted to see Beyonce? Anyway, administration has run into a similar problem on the voting rights front. Not voting rights. Not voting rights. I know you lying. Harris' career as a top cop, she was the Attorney General of Cali and the District Attorney of San Fran before she joined U.S. Senate in 2017, continues to loom over her. Her critics question her bona fide as a progressive prosecutor, and we know that progressives are doing a damn good job, not. Insisting that her work in California fueled the mass incarceration of low-income people of color, which everybody wants to ignore now. But her supporters say that she was a very progressive DA for her time, pointing to her creation of a reentry program called Back on Track that was ahead of the curve. Did they want to talk about the truancy thing? Child, nobody want to talk about that. I know. Now that Biden has bowed out of the race, Harris has the opportunity to clarify where she stands on criminal justice, the economy. Harris has been in lock and step with Biden on issues related to the economy. Oh, yeah, y'all know that economy that you complain about all day, half the night over there on Tickety Talk that you can't afford shit. But we just going to forget all about that, right? Gotcha. Just this month, for instance, the administration called on Congress to pass legislation that would help renters by forcing landlords to cap rent increases at 5%. Always blame the landlord. Additionally, the legislation would sustainably repurpose public land for housing. Oh, yeah, she's going to build y'all some houses. Given that Black Americans are more likely, now let me say that again, given that Black Americans are more likely than their white counterparts to be renters. But that's okay. It's okay to rent. You don't know. Everyone doesn't have to own. You are absolutely right. Okay. The legislation would have an outsized impact on Black communities. Harris also has championed the student debt relief, which disproportionately helps Black borrowers. In fact, she was the face of the administration when it decided in 2022 to cancel all remaining student loan debt for those who had attended Corinthian colleges. She may inherit some of Biden's messaging challenges with getting the word out on the administration's successes with wiping out student loan debt, growing the economy, and creating jobs. Ayanna Pressley of Mass, who was among the first Democrat leaders to rally behind Harris after Biden stood aside, summarized what she believes are the vice president's strengths. She has been the most effective voice when it comes to AB justice, healthcare justice, student debt cancellation, the racial wealth gap. I'm confident that Kamala Harris can unite this party and build the coalition necessary for us to win in November. Can she really triumph? In a word, yes. Okay, I think they're right, but child, if that's what y'all think is what you need, then there you go. I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand, child. Half damn crazy. Shout out to EJ with another 5. Thank you so much, honey. Said most people that are voting for Trump in his policy and answering tough questions, while Kamala still don't have any policies that she's going for. Trump 2024, not a word. We just looked at it a little while ago. Not one damn word. But that's why it is, Umar is right when he says it's like what happened with Obama. It's just like, yes, we can, part 2, because it's all about the symbolism. Y'all still disproportionately affected. Y'all still don't know shit about finance. Y'all still whining and complaining, saying it's Black people, white supremacy, Jim Crow, and all that shit, instead of saying that you would rather just want to blame somebody else because you don't want to participate in your own damn life and then say that it's because of white people. No, it's because of you. Everything that they can do, we're allowed to do as well. But y'all, stick with that. Shout out to Luke Hazley. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate your support. Shout out to everyone who is here. Please hit the like button. Come on, Dr. Umar. Tell us more, child.
Is stop asking. You're just in denial. The solution is to divest, hold the vote. Demand something for it, or keep it to yourself. That's the solution for the black vote. Demand something for it as an organized black power, black vote block. We need a black vote for black power block. We need a black vote for black power block. Demand something as a unit, as a race, as a block, or don't vote at all. Get something for it or don't give it away. You get something for it or you don't give it away. You get something for it or you don't give it away. Period. Point blank. End of story. But you can't do that because you've been brainwashed into believing voting for black people is an obligation to ancestors who are no longer here. Dr. King and Fannie Lou Hamer, they didn't fight for the vote so it could be used as a ritual. Voting is not a ritual. Voting is not a ritual.
All right, pause on you for now. Let me go on over here because Samsung said Trump gave HBCU billions in funding, funded for 10 years. So over here on CNN, Biden and Trump, this is after their debate, touted what they've done for HBCUs at CNN's debate. Here's what their records show. So it says they both did this. All right. So during the debate, Biden appeared to misstate the amount of investment his administration has contributed to HBCUs, but CNN previously reported that his administration has invested more than $16 billion since fiscal year 2021. What I want to understand, if everyone's given these HBCUs all this money, why are there still issues and problems? For instance, when what is his name? The coach that had to leave the HBCU to go to the white school in Colorado, whichever one that man's name was, and he was getting broken into, and it was all sorts of issues there, and they didn't have enough equipment, and they didn't have enough this, they didn't have enough that. If they're getting this money, then where the money going? Where the money reside, child? Where the money reside, child? During the Trump administration, relationships with HBCUs were frayed at times, and Trump's own views on funding the institutions were inconsistent. In 2017, the former president questioned the constitutional basis for federal funding for HBCUs. According to NPR, it benefits schools on the basis of race. It's okay for the basis of race when it's black people, but if it's on the basis of race for anyone else, then black people have a problem with it. Say I'm lying. Shout out to y'all. Yes, Deion Sanders in Jackson State University. Okay. Thank you for that information. I forget his name. At the time, HBCUs and black education groups applauded the administration's restoration of year-round Pell Grants, among other efforts. In 2019, Trump signed the Fostering Undergraduate Talent by Unlocking Resources for Education, acronym FUTURE Act, a bipartisan bill aimed at strengthening HBCUs as well as other minority-serving institutions by providing $255 million annually. But organizations, including the United Negro College Fund and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, pressed the administration to further bolster federal funding for... Nothing is ever enough for you coloreds, I tell you. Man gave you $255 million a year, and you said it's not enough. Candidates must understand HBCU needs. Lauren Murray, SVP for Public Policy and Government Affairs at the UNICEF, told CNN that HBCUs have struggled with underfunding since inception. HBCUs also faced financial challenges at the beginning of the C-19 pandemic, which led to concerns about some of the institutions would. So yet again, when something happens, it always affects you coloreds, but you want to continue to chase your tail instead of saying, no, it's time to change what we are doing so that we can get something for what it is that you want for us. But you're too busy worrying about being left behind because at the end of the day, you cowards. I gotta say it, y'all. At the end of the day, you're cowards because instead of standing on anything like our ancestors did, you would rather put up and take anything, which is how a lot of colored relationships work. And then when it don't work out, it's woe is me. It's not right. It's not fair. And look at what you did to me. They can't push for shit, can't stand on shit, can't ask for shit. And then when something happens, then you mad and it's somebody else's fault. $255 million, I think that it said, what was it? $255 million a year. And they're going to say that's not enough because you just want everything in the world. Child, he could have came out here and said that's your damn reparations. And guess what? I don't give one shit about this either. Me personally, for what I need, I don't give a shit about none of this because I ain't going to college. I ain't been to college. And I work at a place where if I wanted to go to college, they going to pay for it. So you know what that means? Maybe if you work, child, if you go do some work, get a good job, they gonna pay for your college too. But I know, child, that's just crazy talk, right? You know, you don't have to live at the school. You know, you don't have to live on campus. I want to get the experience, child. No, that's where the cost really be coming from. Let's be honest here. The real cost that comes from all this debt from colleges is from living on campus. If you just went to actually go to the school for the classes, it will cut your bill significantly. But y'all got to get the experience. Y'all got to go live there. You got to party hardy. You got to eat all the food. You got to do everything else that goes along with it. You don't want to pay for shit. You want to wait till the end. Then you see that bill after 4 to 5 years. Then you say, oh, let me keep going so I don't have to pay it back. Then it accumulates and it accumulates and it accumulates. And then you say it's not fair because you didn't know, even though you put that name on that dotted damn line. I put my name on my dotted damn line. I put my name on my dotted damn line and never thought that anybody would come through and pay for it for me. And when I wanted to change majors and they said I had to start it over again, I said, all right, F that, I'm done because that's enough. Y'all don't know how to say it's enough. You just worry about stuff later. Say that's not the Black way. I'll call you a liar. I stand on that. That's the typical Black way. Worry about it later. Then when later gets here, it's not right. It's not fair. And white supremacy, discrimination, racism, and all the rest, child. Anyway, let me get back to Umar, child. So $255 million a year from Trump, and it's not enough. They want more. Can't take it.
Voting is not a religion. Voting is not a religion. Voting is not a rites of passage. Voting is not a ritual. It's not an empty symbol. You're not supposed to vote for symbol. Voting is not a symbol. Voting is a transaction for everybody except Africans. Voting is a transaction for everybody but Africans. Voting is a transaction. You're actually supposed to get something for it. Did you know that? American Africans, you're actually supposed to get something for your vote.
No, Dr. Umar, they don't want to hear that, Dr. Umar. They want symbolism, Dr. Umar. They want to say that they did something, Dr. Umar. They want to brag about whatever the heck it is that they think that they're doing, Dr. Umar. That's what they want. That's what it's been. That's what it's going to continue to be, clearly. And you can't tell them nothing because they know everything. And I'm sure I'll get all the you a coon, you a Trump supporter, all that shit that ain't going to make no difference. And then when we come back and the shit don't work out the way that they expected it to, we will be here to say, I told you so. So shout out to No Teeth. Appreciate you. He said Trump pushed for the First Step Act. So here's the First Step Act. An overview of the First Step Act. On December 21st, 2018, President Trump signed into law the First Step Act of 2018. The act was the culmination of a bipartisan effort to improve criminal justice outcomes, as well as to reduce the size of the federal prison population, while also creating mechanisms to maintain public policies. So if you told this to any of the people on the thumbnail, they would say he really didn't mean it. He really didn't mean it. It wasn't real, right? Because that's what they say about everything. But anything that Kamala hasn't done, they just ignore that. I'm still stuck on the fact that she still hasn't gone to the NABJ, and everybody just conveniently forgetting it, including me. Reduction in recidivism. Incentives for success. Let me see. The act amended so that federal inmates can earn up to 54 days of good time credit for every year of their imposed sentence rather than every year of their sentence served. For example, this change means that an offender sentenced to 10 years in prison who earns the maximum good time credits each year will earn 540 days of credits. Child, it's not my issue, but confinement, correctional reforms, sentencing reforms, oversight. So if more Black people are in jail, and this clearly says December 21st, 2018, Trump signed it into law. Does no one want to give him any credit for that? Thank you so much for letting me know, No Teeth. Again, this is not my issue. I don't know anybody in jail. Praise the Lord. That's not a life of me. But for enough people, I know it is. So maybe this is something that y'all should know. Hopefully your lawyers know it if you should need it. But child, you can't tell that to these coloreds. Trump does not like Black people. Trump does not like Black people. Child, y'all are spitting it all out today, child. All right, so this is the opportunity zones. Opportunity zones. Is it Opportunity Zones Act? What is an opportunity zone and how does it work? Let's see, HUD. Opportunity zones are economically distressed communities defined by individual census tract, so probably redlining, nominated by America's governors and certified by the U.S. Secretary of the Treasury via his delegation of that authority to the IRS. Under certain conditions, new investments in opportunity zones may be eligible for preferred tax treatment. There are 8,764 opportunity zones in the U.S., many of which have experienced a lack of investment for decades. The Opportunity Zone Initiative is not a top-down government program from Washington, but an incentive to spur private and public investment in America's underserved communities. This came from Donald Trump? I don't see that it says that, though. Few initiatives in modern American history have the potential to touch the lives of so many people as powerfully as the Opportunity Zones, which are home to approximately 31.3 million Americans all across 50 states, D.C., and 5 U.S. territories. All right. Wait. This is a White House Opportunity Revitalization Council delivers report to President Donald J. Trump. Down here it says the council's report features months of hard work and observation of community redevelopment and nourishment. The report is divided into 5 sections and makes reference to the newly released Volume 2 of the council's Community 2 book, which is also available on the opportunityzones.gov website. 5 sections of the report include blah, 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 blah. All right, I don't see that he came up with it. And I'm not saying that I don't believe you. I just don't see it. So if you got a link to where that is, then let me know. And I'll definitely bring that up. But thank you for the information. Who knew? I know that I know there's a lot of people who don't know this. I know there's a lot of people who don't know this. Let me go back over here to Umar. Child, there's a lot going on, child. Thank you so much. No Teeth, shout out to Upward Man. Thank you, honey. Said, let's see how future recruiting goes for the D9. She probably going to have a bunch of them to come down there. I'm pretty sure. I have no doubt. Whatsoever, especially the ACAs. Shout out to No Teeth for another 2. Trump and Tim Scott put that together. Is that what you're saying? Oh, Lord, y'all. That's a lot. But, there's no looking into anything. Just whatever Roland and Ricky and Steve and all those people say is what matters. And then when you still don't have nothing because you're not doing something for your damn self, remember that when they're still, all those people are millionaires that are talking to you that came from nothing. And they're all millionaires now, but they're trying to tell you that you can't do it, and you need Kamala to help you coloreds to get to where it is that you need to be. Does no one see that? Every single last one of them came from nothing. Every single last one of them, including Taraji. And they're telling you that you're not smart enough, you coloreds. You ain't ish. You need Kamala to help you. And this racism that's going to keep you from everything. And yet all of them were able to make it work. Child. Shout out to Luke Hazley. She said, thank you so much, hon. She said opportunity zones were created under the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, signed into law by President Donald J. Trump. The first opportunity zones were designated in April 2018. Thank you so much for the information. We trust our friend Luke Hazley for sure. Okay. So I've never heard anyone talk about opportunity zone. Never, ever. Never. But, you know, you coloreds continue to listen to self-made millionaires tell you what you can do and that you need to go vote for Kamala because you're going to get something. And when you're in the same place today as you were 5 years ago, as you were 5 years ago before that, please don't come out here with the racism, white supremacy, and discrimination. That's all on you.
If they're supposed to tell you what they're going to give you before you vote. Steve Harvey, Uncle Steve the naive Harvey, Steve Harvey said, if we don't vote this time, we don't get nothing next time. If we don't vote this time, we don't get nothing next time. If we don't.
I do believe he did say that. So what if he runs again? Donald Trump runs again. So then what? Y'all, not y'all, but they're gonna say the same damn thing. What if Donald Trump does lose, Kamala wins, and then he comes back? Steve Harvey over here is saying next time you'll get something. So what if Kamala don't do nothing for you? Then the next time Donald Trump runs again and then he wins again after whatever it is that Kamala produces, then what y'all gonna say then? See, do y'all not see this banana in the tailpipe for you colors that are ear hustling or that will come by and be all upset? Are you not paying attention? Are you not ever listening? Do you just think that continuing to do the same thing over and over and over and over again makes sense? I'm confused. You're listening to millionaires telling you that you ain't shit. I'm going to just be stuck on that for the rest of the political season. Self-made millionaires. Remember Steve Harvey's story? He was living in his car, allegedly. He had to borrow money to get over to the Apollo in New York, had to wait upstairs and had to beg to get some food, all that. Now you're over talking about, I ain't gonna take no $10,000. That ain't nothing for me. And you want to listen to him. Wow. Okay.
Vote this time. We don't get nothing next time. Steve Harvey. We've been voting Democrat for 93 years. How many more empty elections are you expecting black people to tolerate?
All of them.
Naive Uncle Steve Harvey. We've been voting Democrat for 93 years.
Naive Steve.
How many more empty, symbolic, ritualistic elections you want black people to tolerate, Steve Harvey, before we get something for the vote? Uncle Steve naive. I want to debate with Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, and Ricky Smiley whether or not the Democratic Party is the party for blacks. I am the president of Young Black America. I am the president of the American African Youth Movement. I represent all young black youth under 30. Where all my under 30-year-olds? Make some noise. I am the official
all the under 30-year-olds. Dr. Umar is your leader, child.
President of Young Black America. I represent the young, fearless, intelligent, thinking for the. Where my young people at? If you under 30, make some noise. Where my silverback gorillas at? Where my under 30 brothers and sisters? African immigrants, that includes you. Latino Africans, if you identify as African full-time, that includes you. I'm talking to under 30. I'm going to have an under 30 convention. We are having an under 30. I need my under 30-year-olds. Find me a place. Houston, Texas needs a convention. Houston or Dallas. We need a Texas convention for the silverback gorillas. We need a Georgia convention for the silverback gorillas. We need a Chicago or Detroit convention for the silverback gorillas. We need a New York City convention for the silverback gorillas. That's Texas, Georgia, New York, Chicago or Detroit. We need a California convention for my silverback gorillas. We need a California, and where are we going to do the sixth one at?
Where are we going to do it?
Texas, Georgia, Texas, Georgia, New York, Chicago or Detroit, California. Under 30, where y'all want the sixth and final convention at?
I don't know.
We got to put it over somewhere in the Midwest. We got to go over there to the Midwest.
I don't know.
Or the deep.
All right. You rambling now. He might be done with you. Shout out to EJ with another 2. He says Trump has a bill black folk called the Platinum Plan. Like now? Like now? Is it called the Platinum Plan? Let me know. I'll look it up. I see, Medic, I got your email, but there's no link in it. So if you want to send it again or give me the name of it here, I can try to look it up. Shout out to Tony, who says that actually Black American women and ABCDs men are responsible for the Biden-Harris creeps, and they're doing their best to give them 4 more years. Child, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm just so confused right now, and yet I'm not. Dr. Umar, listen, at least you tried. I gotta give credit where credit is due. I don't think that they're going to take you up on your offer, Dr. Umar. I just don't think. But if it does happen, then I will definitely be there to watch. We will watch it live if it's available, okay? Let me go ahead, since we talking about Ice Cube, Plan for America, or Black America. Black America. Oh, they was mad about this. Mad, child. Mad. Woo! Now this defunct show. This defunct show. We're going to look at this. Shout out to Luke Hazley. Shout out to Take Heed in the building. Thank you so much. Take Heed was cooking earlier today. She said, tomorrow, this is my breakfast. I just saw it on IG. I ain't heard about that. Thank you so much, hon. Always good to see you, everybody. I know you already do. Make sure you subscribe to Take Heed. Shout out to Ace Gates, a member for 7 months. Appreciate you, honey. He said, we'll have these ninjas vote Democrat for the next 200 years. LBJ, allegedly. 60 years down, only 140 years left to go. Child, half damn crazy. Let's see how they responded to the Platinum Plan.
Is a legendary rapper and film producer who is making headlines not only for his music but his involvement with policy and politics. Please, everybody, welcome Ice Cube. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Hey, you.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Lisa Ray? How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good.
Lisa Ray, that hair is a mess, child.
How's everybody doing?
Blessed.
Good.
And we're also very appreciative of you taking the time to come talk to us here. I know everyone's trying to get a piece of you and talk to you and have you on their platform. So we definitely appreciate that. So thank you. I want to ask you just out the gate how you're doing. You know, how have you been coping with the pandemic, the civil unrest? Black people have always been through trying times, but it's a little extra right now on top of our regular stress. Getting different. We got another layer on top. You know, we got 10 on 20 right now. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. The pandemic, it hit everybody and caught everybody off guard. Thank God for D-Nice, who started spinning them records.
Oh, I miss those times with D-Nice running the music and what's the one what is his name? The one that went to jail over Meg Thee Stallion. Quarantine Radio. Child, after the 3 months, we had a good time over here with my family during the pandemic.
And I just been on this quest trying to get us true equality, not just equality on, social issues, but economic equality, which is, just as important.
Well, let's just jump right in then, Q.
Economic equality, because your colors are still disproportionately affected. Still don't, what is it, the black wealth gap or whatever? Wonder why that is. I know. Why? Supremacy?
Because I have been, looking at some of the bites from your interview. You did an interview with Roland Martin, which helped me, I want to say, because I will say that when I first heard that you were supporting Trump, I was like, wait a minute, what? Hold on, because you my boy. So I was like, I got a personal insight. I'm going to call him directly.
I didn't say I was supporting Trump. So
allegedly, right. That's what I heard. That's what the bite, the sound bite. That's why people got to do their research. And I watched that interview and I heard you break it down to why you were involved, why you met with.
So look at the way she acted because somebody may have supported Trump. How long ago was this show? I guess 4 years ago, 2020. Yeah, 2020. And they still all triggered by that mess. But she watched Rolling, child.
Musty Tyler, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty Tether, where you fleeing to? Musty Tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty Tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see?
Yeah, well, shit, that's who she want to listen to, child. And Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley.
Both sides. And when you got involved, which was not just recently. And so when I said, you know, what contract was he talking about? This contract of Black America, like, what is that? Where did it come from? I did not know. So when I think of things that I don't know, I automatically assume that a whole lot of people out there don't know. So I would want you to educate me as well. So what did make you go to the administration and speak with them?
Well, what happened was, you know, there was a lot of yelling, a lot of people upset, a lot of reforms being put on the table during George Floyd. But I was looking around for a document that really was speaking on what's the needs in the community and what do we need across the board, not just from government, but from the private sector too. Because there's a lot of companies that are involved in our pain and they got to pay up too. You know, they owe us reparations as well in some shape or form. So it was nothing. I was looking around. I'm like, damn, where is the document? Where is the ask? What are we asking for as a people across the board that deals with not only police brutality, but all our needs? So I started working on it myself with, you know, some smart people I know. We end up getting, you know, economists involved, people like Derek Hamilton. You know, we started to go and just find the smartest minds to help try to put a document together so we can actually have something to say, damn, all this is things we need. This is so anybody Black could look at our document and say, yeah, support this, support, you know, some of the things that we have. Now, I'm not a politician and I shouldn't be the one to have to put this thing together. We've had politicians in place for a long time and they haven't come up with something like this.
Well, name some of these politicians that we've had for a long time. The first one that comes to mind is Maxine Waters. Is it Jim Clyburn and whoever the hell else that's out there? And then their districts, according to what I see and hear, aren't that great for Black people, but they up in there and they keep voting for them. Sounds about the damn same, but y'all don't like to hear this. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying? But y'all don't like to hear the truth. That's how Black people are. They don't like to hear the truth. Just lie. Just say it's not true. You don't know. You're a white supremacist talking points.
So I was surprised, but that didn't stop me. And we put that together July 1st. And we revamped it about, let me get the timeline here. We revamped it July 19th. And from then, people wanted to interview me about it. So I went on just promoting the contract with Black America, you know, hoping to be contacted by any of the politicians saying, yo, this is a great idea. Everybody that I would show would say, oh, these are great ideas. This is common sense. This is things that should be in place already, but they're not. So I was just kind of saying, okay, we
initiative.
Yeah, starting an initiative, and I'll make a long story short. I was just going up, basically saying, okay, we're gonna go after the private sector. We're gonna go after the banks. We're gonna go after Hollywood. We're gonna go after the people that we know got their hands in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? So then we started to get contacted from the Democrats on September 8th. And then we started talking to them. Then we got
child, why Ice Cube look like he about to go out and rob somebody, child?
Contacted by the Republicans. So that's when the ball started rolling then. So it's not just like I just jumped into anything. I mean, I just did the contract and then people started to contact me.
This contract with Black America was designed to start the hard conversations. It was made to be perfected and debated. So please add comments and suggestions so we can create a better contract with America that will help create a better and more perfect union. Oh, wow. So he looked for some help? Wow.
Not the other way around. I was hoping the Democrats would be all over me. But, you know, that wasn't the case. And I understand it wasn't like I was throwing a fit. I just was like, okay, we're going at the private sector. And then the Republicans contacted me. And to me, if you're speaking for Black people, you should speak to whoever is in power or about to be in power.
Ooh, not that bar. He was actually contacted by the Republicans. I know you effing lying. Not those racists. Not those racists, child. I know you lying, Ice Cube. I can't believe it.
And I think you had a statistic. You said something about there has been 7,000 Black people elected, and you felt like in offices for us, and you felt like they ain't made a change. We've not come far at all with 7,000 of us in there. What are we going to do? Who is going to take this and say, okay, I'll be in the front line of this, and then get in the front line and have everybody come on board with you? Because let's be honest.
Nobody, because you put all these biatches in there, and enough men too. I mean, there's enough of few of y'all out here wilding out too into those positions. Then they think they see all the money, so they think they could just skim a little off the top. And then they go further and further and further. Then eventually you get to get arrested or you get caught. You got to resign. You're looking crazy. And of course, but white people do it too. So you're basically disenfranchising yourself when you get the opportunity to bring someone up. But because all you see is dollar signs, you ain't even thinking about the next person. But somehow, some way, we as the rest of us supposed to just support you blindly just because you Black, we Black. No.
Honest, you are Ice Cube and you do have a huge platform. So I would say that for me to know that you've been using your platform to be able to have an initiative like that, I think it's worth you doing the interviews that you're doing and letting everybody know and hear your voice on.
I want to jump in and say, I just don't think it's that fair to the 7,000 Black elected officials that have been in office.
Right, to say that they've done nothing.
Yeah, because I think that is, I think that's a slippery slope to walk down, because as we saw with Barack,
a lot of progress has been made.
It's not as simple as you get
name it
elected and bam, you can make all these changes one man.
Right.
I never said that 7,000 people, Black people, have never did anything. I said that since the 60s, there's been over 7,000 Black politicians elected in prominent positions. And our situation, you know, as far as the wealth gap hasn't changed. We flatlined from the 60s to now. We have not gained or closed the wealth gap. So that's
listening is important instead of trying to tell somebody, which is basically what they all wanted to do, at least the top two heifers. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Besides the fact that you need to want to change, and if you don't want to change and you just want to wait on someone else to do it, then it's probably not going to happen. And it's going to take even longer than what you think. And somebody said, I forget who named some names, but like Maxine Waters and Al Sharpton, again, all these people who didn't come from money. All these people who didn't come from money, they can do it, but you can't. Don't forget it. And the people that are in those same districts that ain't helping y'all, you know, because y'all like to be scammed. Let's be honest here. Shout out to RBN, child. Shout out to RBN. We ain't supposed to be here this long, y'all. Shout out to RBN. You coloreds love to be scammed, child. You love it. You love it. You love it. That's how Lamar Whitehead can go to jail for the same thing that he came out, did again, and now is in jail again because it's on his black. We gonna trust him. It don't matter about the record. Shout out to Big Tiff. It don't matter about the record. Shout out to Carmen because she allegedly has one too. Allegedly Keith Price or Freeman, one of them Keith, allegedly has a record. That shit don't matter. They Black, you Black, we Black. We got to trust each other. Not me, but y'all continue on down that path, child. And Kamala talking in the third person. Shout out to Dr. Umar Ifontunde talking about Blacks in the third person, but she allegedly Black. Y'all like it, we love it. Good luck to you when you end up in the same damn place, just like he just said.
That's the major problem. I understand we got a lot of people, you know, working hard for progress. That just the facts are, it hasn't happened in the traditional way. So that's why I want to break the mold.
So I just want to say, first of all, you know, there's this whole cancel culture that we have. First of all, ain't nobody canceling no damn Ice Cube. Let me just say that first out the gate. This is NWA.
Thank you.
He was the first to say fuck the police. So go sit down. Nobody's canceling Ice Cube, and if you are canceling, that's fucking stupid. Second of all, I do think that it is very good that you are taking an initiative to, and I like how you say bipartisan, because that means both parties. This is for both parties. We want both parties to jump onto this. This is not just, oh, this person, that person. We want everybody to grab a hold on to what African-American people need singularly. And I remember we talked about this on Cocktails. Remember, Lisa Ray, when you asked the question before, you were like, well, who's going to do something? Who's going to lead singularly for African-Americans? Now, I do know that there have been tons of initiatives. CDC has initiatives all the time, Congressional Black Caucus, the Nation of Islam, right here, National Agenda. They've had an entire agenda that happened right after the Million Man March. It was presented to, what's the name? The president that was in, what's the name? Clinton. It was presented to the Clinton administration. So we have tried. There has been trying going on.
Shout out to Selena Johnson. Let me give her some credit. For being aware, knowing what's going on, and saying what we're not going to do is go ahead and cancel Ice Cube because he wants to talk to both sides. Because if you ain't trying to talk to the other person, how the hell you think that you ever going to progress towards anything?
But one thing I do like about your initiative is that it is singular to Black people. That gap, that wealth gap is a fool, and it does need to be fixed immediately. But here's my question. I watched you on the Black Report the other day, on Friday, and they asked you, hey, Q, what do you think about, when you see the Black man march, and how does that make you feel? And you said something that was really profound and stood out to me. You said, you know what? I wish that Black people and Black men could watch this over again and get back to this, because you said, even myself, we need to get back to this type of unity, this type of connecting. And so my thing is, let's say whoever get in office, it ain't gonna matter. The initiative is set, and then it's like nothing's happening, or something is happening, or whatever, it's there. Now, let's say they give us all the $500 billion that we asked for. Do you honestly think, and I'm not even trying to be funny or trying to catch nobody up, and I'm just asking like a real question. With the state of how our community is already broken, how we already have PTSD, how we already are not connecting already interculturally, the infrastructure of African Americans in general is just jammed up with or without money. Do you think, and what could be the process of, once we get this money, of implementing it properly into our communities and really being able to allocate it where it makes sense and matters, and what's going to be necessary for that to happen?
Well, what I said on the show about the Million Man March was the fact that it was the Million Man March, but it was a day of atonement. It was a day where we were gonna bury the hatchet with each other. It was the day when we were supposed to go back.
Good luck with that. Never going to happen. But go ahead, sir.
To our neighborhood, kind of as new people, and try to, make things better.
Right.
And it just didn't happen the way we all envisioned it. But that don't mean we can't start. We do need financial help in our communities, but we also gotta make a commitment to ourselves to clean up ourselves. It do start with the person in the mirror.
Come on, person in the mirror. Shout out to Michael Jackson. The bottom line is, at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you can't get right with yourself, ain't no way you're going to get right with no damn body else. When you have people out here who don't give a damn about themselves, it's the difference of, you might as well have a terrorist. It's the same difference as having the same people who came over here and did 9/11. They don't care about themselves. They're willing to go down for the fight to do whatever it is that they need to do, for good, bad, and indifferent reasons. There's too many people out here like that right damn now. They're not going to change. People are not going to parent their children, because if you don't start there, it's going to continue. How do these kids get to continue to get into GANGs, get out on the street, be out at 3 a.m., deleting people and being let go? No one seems to have any issues with that. Just because they're not being held accountable for their actions in any place or space. And as long as that continues to happen, you're not going to be able to come together. And I ain't got time to be the one that gives you trust and see if you are going to do the right thing or not. I don't have time for that. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You can continue to go down whatever path you want. Leave me and mine the F on up out of it and stay the F away from us. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You can't even tell people that they should get a job. You can't even tell people that, depending on the government, it's probably not the best way. You need to do it for yourself. You can't even tell people, being a single mother probably is not the best way. Effing around with Tom, Dick, and Harry probably ain't the best way. Then you got biatches out here on damn TikTok who will fight for TikTok, but won't even fight for your own and do something for your damn self. But you mad that the damn president or whoever won't give you something for the damn free. And then someone who actually works, which would be most of us, will go out here, work, do right, try to live, pay taxes, and then when we say something, people want to get upset because we got the audacity, the damn nerve to say something about shit that you are getting from us. So that's why I'm over here talking. I don't care if you get mad because you don't like the truth is the bottom damn line. Ain't got shit to do with Kamala, ain't got shit to do with damn Trump. Black people can't get nowhere because black people in their own daggone way. Enough, you should be wanting Ricky and Steve and all the rest of them to maybe give you the tape on how they did what they did, even though they all got books. So why the hell don't y'all go read their damn books so that you can get up and get on your feet and do what needs to be done? Child, I know it's crazy to talk about reading because you know damn well that your colors don't read. You just wait for the damn Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. It's on site to tell you what it is that you need to know. And then you get in the daggone comments and be wilding out on people, or you'll come across this video and start calling me names when ain't nobody asked your ass to sit over here and say shit. You can't even hold your damn tongue enough to say, all right, I don't agree, but I know damn well that I really can't make her do anything. I can't change her mind. I can't force her to do anything. And that's what y'all do. You cannot control yourselves. So if people can't even control themselves, how the hell are they supposed to do any damn thing else? Everything that is available for white people is available for your punk asses, but y'all punk asses won't go do nothing about it because you would rather listen to these birds when they sit up here and talk about PTSD, police brutality, and all this other bullshit that ain't got shit to do with your ass. I'm not saying that enough people don't have those issues, but most of us don't have it. What most of us have is laziness. What most of us have is you want someone to give you something. That ain't how it works. You want to do what's easy. You want to be an influencer. Remember that biatch who had kids, had the nerve to leave where she left to go move to another state because she wanted to be a damn influencer? That shows how dumb she is. You can be an influencer wherever the hell it is that you are. So help me understand how much sense that makes. There's some daggone mentality issues. I've said it plenty of times for the last 3 to 4 years now that the first thing that needs to happen is some damn mental health help because half of us got issues in the damn brain for whatever the damn reason is. Whatever the damn reason is. But y'all too busy sitting up here listening to Kamala talk about ABs. Why are y'all so entranced? It's just want to be deleting your own damn children for. I want someone to help me understand that shit. I want someone to help me understand how you sitting up here listening to this woman sit up here in your face and tell you that I'm going to give you the best permission to make sure that we make it the easiest for you. She ain't talking about helping you to grow this wealth gap. She ain't trying to help you talk about getting a better job. She ain't talking about how you can get a house. Maybe she did do something about $25,000 or what, that was Joe. But guess what? The money has always been there, coloreds. The money to buy a house has always been there. Just because you don't want to ask someone for help, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with no damn body else. And it ain't sitting there waiting for white people. It's waiting for people that got a job, that got good credit, and that have some damn money saved. We can't save any money. We're disproportionately affected. Well, you know what? When you're waiting on damn government to give you fucking food, you're waiting for them to house you, clothe you, and every damn thing else, you're probably not going to get a home. And you know what's the fastest way to get fucking wealth? Own a fucking home. You listen to these niggas that tell you that that's not the way. Keep listening to them and continue to stay where the fuck you are. Don't tell me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know how much I paid for all the houses I've ever owned, and I know their damn appreciation value, and I know how the damn shit works. Y'all would rather listen to these birds on this show because they told him, because that's what you're interested in. Somebody telling some damn body off, and that don't help you nowhere, no how with the rest of your damn life. Blame anybody that you want to. It could be Trump. It could be Kamala. It could be Ice Damn Cube. It could be child white supremacy, racism. It could be whoever the hell it is that you want. At the end of the fucking day, it's you. It's on you. It's your responsibility. Ain't nobody supposed to be taking care of your ass. Everybody can have a moment where they need some fucking help, but let's not act like a lot of you bitches ain't on Section 8 for the rest of your motherfucking life, and then you having more kids, and then you sitting up there passing it on to your damn other kids, and then when your gremlin is out here deleting people, then you try to act like he was put upon. Fuck him and fuck you too, okay? We tired of it. I know I'm tired of it. Everybody else ain't got to say it, but I'm going to tell you I'm tired of it. And I'm not giving no empathy and sympathy. I ain't giving you shit. I don't give a fuck because that's what you choose and that's what it is, because this is what I choose and this is what it is. Nobody wants to get married. Marriage is outdated. All right, fine, fuck you. Don't. When you up there on TikTok and I find the fucking video, we gonna talk about you, okay? We gonna talk about you, okay? Men don't know what they're doing. Fine, fuck it, marry a woman then. But y'all do something and stop whining, complaining, thinking somebody's supposed to do something for you. Obama didn't do anything for the black community. You don't do anything for the black fucking community. What are we talking about right now? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? That's the question. You don't even offer anything except a fucking mouth that says shit that don't make no damn sense. You know, when they say that phrase, what's that phrase, y'all, where they say, we don't know you're a fool till you open your mouth, child. Most of the time in the comments, you show how much of a fool you are and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I can tell you when I don't know what I don't know. I got no problem with telling you what I don't know. But I'm a damn sure tell you what I do know. And I know damn well most of y'all want someone to take care of your ass. And that's why you stay where you are. And that's your fault and no one else's. But come on, Ice Cube, child, because we was not supposed to be here this long.
You know, you can't deal with the white man out here until you deal with the white man in there. You see what I mean? So you have to clean up. We have to clean up ourselves. We've been poisoned by this society. We've been poisoned by trying to live like the people who've had us oppressed, and what they are attracted to, we're attracted to. We got to come out of that. We got to be our own people with our own flavor, our own style, our own morals, and we gotta flip it. You know, I'm not Mr. Holy. I'm guilty of it too. So it's something we all have to start doing to clean ourselves up. But I think the key is to try to get the money in the hands of people who are doing things, who are trying to be on the right side, the progressive people, the people who are you know, business owners, people who want to own homes, you know, people who want to beautify their homes so it isn't, you know, just gentrified, you know. So it's things where we can get money into responsible people's hands.
I support gentrification. I support gentrification because instead of having it be crap for forever, let someone come in and do something, because if you're not going to do anything with it, why not allow someone else to do it? Sorry, I know a lot of people in Brooklyn don't like that. Sorry for your luck. If y'all didn't do anything about it, what is the problem with allowing someone else to do it? So you're just going to stay stagnant through 1970s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now 2024. Shout out to Decline Management. This is it. Better to remain silent and thought a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt. And most of y'all in the comments, not y'all, but most of the people in the comments that say dumb shit, and then I got to go pin your comment because you sound stupid, and then everyone else will make fun of you. That's because you probably should shut the fuck up. Go wherever it is that you appreciate it, because you ain't going to change not near bit of nothing over here. Because again, what I do know, I know. What I don't know, I ain't got no problem with telling you. Shout out to No Teeth. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, colored find money for Jordan, Henny Clubs, wigs, and foreign cars they can't maintain. Yes, that's why Michael Jordan had one of his best years 2 years ago. Remember that? Only from his best years, even through all his years of freaking basketball, he had it through the Jordan sneakers. And while I know that everybody buys Jordan, let's not act like you coloreds don't be buying up Jordans like they're going out of style. And most of the people that buy it are people that can't even afford fucking rent. Everybody I see in New York has on sneakers, and they're black. If they not going to work, they got sneakers on. And I'm not talking about the people that actually work, but I'm talking about everybody else. All the kids, even all of them got the latest damn Jordans on. But y'all gonna talk about the wealth gap? Y'all can't even calm down to even save any damn thing. Goodbye.
And hopefully they'll hire the community to teach the community. They'll use the community to hopefully clean the community up. You know, I also think the government has a job too. You know, why you use the armies just to come in and put guns on us and make sure we're not protesting? Why you don't use the armies to come fix fences and roofs and paint walls and do things to beautify the neighborhood?
Because no one asked for it, which is what they're doing right now, Ice Cube, by just saying, just get her in there. Steve Harvey just said it. Won't worry about it till next time. Keep kicking that can down the road, coloreds. Keep kicking that can down the road.
You know, it's like, they got to rethink how government works for the people, and they're not going to do it using the same old ways. You're going to have to push them. You're going to have to find pressure points, and you're going to have to use leverage when it's time. You know, everybody.
I just got to make a quick statement, though, Q.
Go ahead.
If the administration that is in there right now hasn't done it for the past 3.5 years, what do you think is going to make them start in the next 4 years that they are giving more during a pandemic?
The administration before him, Viv, what did they do? And then the administration before him, what did they do? Because that was 4 years of 8 years of Obama, and then prior to that, those 8 years was Clinton, and prior to that, I believe it was 8 years for younger Bush, and prior to, girl, ask about that. No, you only want to focus on Donald damn Trump because you all triggered by him, but you don't want to ask that. But Viv, ask that question now with regard to Joe, which basically equals Kamala. I don't care what y'all say. She does not get a clean slate. She does not. You colors want to give her a clean slate. She does not get a clean slate. I don't care what you say.
I know you got to take a break. Hold that thought, but I just got to ask that and make that statement because you can't make them all of that, and they've been there for 3.5 years. So
but
when it was Joe,
I ain't trying to make them do nothing. So
we need them to do something if we're going to trust them to do it.
Hold on, guys. We got to take a quick break. I definitely want to talk about that. I definitely want to talk about QB.
Again, all these black people who got money, who made a way, ain't none of them get nothing handed to them. They all figured out a way to make it, but they ain't telling you colors how to do it, ain't giving you no tips, no tea, no nothing. But they doing all this complaining, telling y'all what to do, and you can't do it because you ain't shit.
We have Ice Cube here, and we are talking about his contract with Black America and some very legit questions here. Vivica, before we went to break, you asked about if the current administration has not done it in 3.5 years, why now is this massive push with 2 weeks before the election? I understand Ice Cube, you've been working with this since June, July, but we're hearing about it now. So it looks really, I think a lot of black folks, it looks very, like, I feel like I don't, and I know this isn't your intention, but I feel like, you know how they use us all the damn time. You know what I mean?
Both sides use.
You can only be used if someone allows you to be used.
Celebrities. But check this out. The thing is this, I'm not here saying he's going to do anything, but he didn't make a promise to me. He made a campaign promise to the world. So he's on record for that. Now, we wanted Joe Biden on record. He has a plan, but I don't know if his plan really pinpoints black people. So we want a plan that pinpoints black people. We don't know if any of them going to do it. But when you have a person on record as a campaign promise, you have more to go at him with because he's told the world this is what he's going to do. And if he doesn't deliver, he looks bad to everybody. Now, why hasn't dude done it in 3 years? I don't know. Nobody's been pressing him. Everybody's been like, he's the boogeyman, run. And nobody's been pressing him on behalf of black people because we've been just waiting for Democrats to get back in.
Tell it, Ice Cube. Tell it, Ice Cube. Y'all been running scared. All this talk about the ancestors and all y'all do is run scared and then tell the rest of us that you should because he's racist, child. I say it, I keep on saying it. All white people racist. What else you got? What else you got? Okay. You're not going to change whether someone is racist or not with regard to anybody. Because I don't like nobody. Okay. Not nobody. Call me what you want. You're going to have to prove yourself to me in order for me to be a friend to anybody because I don't trust anybody with regard to anything because everybody got their own damn agenda. But what he says is absolutely right. Y'all be running scared. For what? Why can't y'all took out some singer. Was it Chrisette Michelle? Child, whatever singer it was because she went and performed with Donald Trump. Y'all now taking out, what's her name? But y'all was all in when she was talking about the slut walk. Yo, soon as somebody don't do what you want to do, what happened to black being black? We love black, you my sister, and all that stuff. Only when you're doing what I want you to do. Child, that shit ain't new. That's why I ain't got time. Child, that's been clear forever. That's been clear forever. That's what y'all do. That's why you about to attack Ice Cube because he got the nerve and the audacity to go talk to Donald damn Trump. That's why y'all tried to take out Steve Harvey because he had the nerve and the audacity to go talk to Donald damn Trump. But you trust Joe Biden, the man that sat up here and where we at now? What was it called? Build Back Better. So is it better? Bueller. Anybody? Bueller.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
You let that shit pass and not have a problem at all.
I told you to do Biden. Now we done lost a damn vote. We done lost a vote. That's gonna go to Trump. God damn. I'm worshiping these people like they're God. Ain't nobody worshiping them. But God damn it, Chris. We need somebody in there with mother sense.
Shout out to Supreme Tim. God forbid I forget the crime bill, which at the end of the day came under freaking Bill Clinton, y'all ain't got shit to say about him. Your first black president, allegedly, that y'all was touting him. The one that allowed all the regulation to go away so that you could get into them stupid ass mortgages, and then your ass lost out, and then you set yourselves back yet again because it was easy. You didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know shit about finance, and then put yourselves back yet again. But when someone tries to give you a clue, it's, you don't know. You're just a white supremacist talking points. Cool. That's fine. I'm good. Don't even worry about it. Don't matter to me who's president, because I'm going to be good. Because I know where to look, and I know who to go to, and I know how it works. Y'all the one that don't know. Y'all the ones that don't want to talk about it. Y'all the ones that want to wait for someone to give you something because you want it to be easy, make you feel good.
I agree with you on that statement. There has been a lot of people that have asked him, what about the wall? What about the kids in cages? I mean, there's a lot of things that
I understand that.
I'm not.
What about the wall? What about the kids in cages? Oh, so you care about that? So what about what's going on with the immigrants and the border czar who didn't keep anybody out, who didn't even go visit, who didn't even go do anything about it? But y'all can let that go. But back then, you worry about kids in cages. Oh, okay, got it. My, how people forget.
Gonna give him no plus signs
understand
whatsoever.
that, but check this out. I'm talking about pressing him to give things to black people. These are country issues. I'm talking about black people pressing him to give things to black people. Everybody treated him like the boogeyman. Nobody would go and press him to give things to black people. The stuff that he's doing to the rest of the country, I understand that, but we raggedy. We got to get our. We have to press any president that ends up winning. We have to press, or it's not going to work. We can't just press one side.
He says when we do press him that the other people are fine people. I mean, is that right? I mean, and he won't denounce the people that hurt us and suppress us, and then the policeman had his neck on somebody's neck for 9 minutes. He never support them.
I'm not here to fight about.
Well, then don't vote for him, Vivica. But I'm just trying to understand why you're so triggered by that. And you're still not listening. So then that means you just don't talk to him at all, even though he's still going to be daggone president. You still don't worry about getting anything. But y'all supposed to be so toughy tough. That's what I don't understand. If you so tough and you gonna tell me and ain't got it all together, you can't even talk to someone that you don't agree with. That shows your freaking immaturity right there. And that's the point on enough black people that you don't even have the confidence to even talk or speak or work something out with someone, which explains probably why so many relationships don't work out, because you don't know how to conflict resolve. I don't give a fuck about what he said. You ain't gonna say it to me. I promise you that. How about that? But y'all so busy running scared at the end of the day. That's all this is. But you're supposed to, what about the ancestors? Imagine if the ancestors had run. I'm confused. How can you do this? This is disrespectful to the ancestors. You ain't even trying to do nothing. And that's another reason, sorry, y'all. That's another reason why y'all are low with the black wealth gap, because I promise you, y'all ain't negotiating your own damn salaries when you get a damn job. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, that's good. $10. Okay, that's good. You don't even negotiate for your damn self. So how the hell is it that somebody else can do it for you? You probably don't know how to do it. You won't ask nobody about it. You probably ain't never been told about it, but I know damn well I've talked about it plenty of damn times. You just go around taking whatever it is that they give you, and then you say it's not right, it's not fair. Wait for someone else to sit up here and fight for your ass. You waiting for someone to fight for you. You won't even fight for your damn self, but I'm supposed to trust that you're supposed to do something for me? Child, please.
What he did, what he didn't do. Is he a good white man? Is he a bad white man? To me, they pretty much all the same. So now,
I don't agree with that.
They all racist. Just go ahead and put that out there. And now what you gonna do? Just go ahead and say all white people racist. Now what you gonna do? Now what? Now what? I don't see none of y'all moving. I don't see none of y'all going back to Africa. I don't see that none of y'all. Taraji's supposed to go back to, or not go back to, but she said she was moving. She's still here. What happened, Bueller? What happened to Taraji? Said ain't no men here, ain't nothing here. And somebody else said when Trump was running the first time, they said if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. Pretty sure that person's still here.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with. Can I? I don't agree.
Well, look. I know we've had all kind of presidents, and our situation hasn't changed. So that's why I said they're pretty much all the same when it comes to a president and dealing with our situation.
So I gotta ask this question. Because you're on this show with the Cocktails with the Queens, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when you mention Black people, you mentioning Black women. So
these ignorant ass bitches, child. It's nothing in here for Black women. Fuck you, bitches. Are you Black? Are you? That statement right there tells y'all everything about what's going on right now with KA-BAMALA. That tells you everything right there you need to know. There's nothing in here specifically for Black women. Bitch, you Black? I'm Black. He said contract for Black America. I never thought, oh, but there's nothing in there for women. What in the entire fuck? Y'all. Too long, child. Too long.
Don't count yourself out.
No, that's not true. That's like administration say that when they
Black people is not Black women. Black women are not included in Black people.
No,
you separate yourselves on purpose. Black bitches, you separate yourselves on purpose. And that's why you got most of the problems that you do. Swear you know everything and don't be knowing a GD thing except how to be difficult and combative and chaotic. And then as soon as someone says it, you're saying, that's racist. You're a white supremacist. No, I'm telling the truth because I'm Black too. I'm a Black woman, but I don't need to be separated. Y'all want to be separated? Go separate your damn selves. Go with Taraji. Child, go open up a whole new country or something, child, because this is annoying as fuck. That's why you can't get along with anyone. That's why you continue to have so many problems. That's why you can't be in a damn relationship. It's on clear display right here. This is from freaking 4 years ago. You talking the same bullshit. And I'm telling you, y'all, all these women, not just Black women, but all of them is going to do what they need to do to get that damn woman in here. I'm telling you. You separate yourselves on your own. Shout out to Supreme 10. I appreciate you, honey. He said African Americans are not politically smart, not financially smart, not politically smart, child. Barely family smart at this point. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm Black. Shout out to YouTube. I can say it. I mean it. I know it. And can't tell you nothing. You know it all. Then you get your results and then you want to blame someone else. No, those results are all yours. Just like mine are all mine. Wrong, right, wrong, or indifferent. And I'm going to have to figure it the fuck out. And you need to figure out how to figure it the fuck out too. This is crazy. This is half damn crazy. Y'all sound stupid.
No, that's not you saying. That's like when the president says minorities, then he's including Black people. But we all know that that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met. And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our.
Then write your own fucking bill. So this is the same old, I'ma tell you. Ice Cube goes out, does this, creates it, brings in all the people, and then here come bitches talking about you didn't do nothing for me. No, you didn't do nothing for you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Exactly what's going on right now. And look at these asshole faces. Vivid could look like shit. This one look like shit. This one look like shit. Look like shit. I said it. I meant it. Surly attitudes. You can't say that about Black women. It's the fucking truth. I'm sorry y'all don't want to admit it. I'm Black and I'm not offended by it. Because sometimes I have the same fucking face, okay? I am not offended. I don't give a shit about what people say and think. That's your problem. You worrying about what other people fucking think. Fuck them. If you know what you're doing is right, why do you need somebody's buy-in about the shit? Why is it that you need somebody to validate you? I don't need anybody to validate shit. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know why? Because I fucking read. I know how to read. I know how to find out what's going on. Child, try to tell you colored you don't want to listen because you waiting for the government? Good luck to you. You wait. You think Kamala is going to take care of all your needs. This is about Kamala. This ain't even about Donald Trump. Y'all think that she going to do something for you. And then when she don't, you going to say, what happened? But make sure you continue to listen to Roland and Ricky and all the rest of them because they said so. That's who you would rather listen to than to go figure it the fuck out for yourself. Every resource that's available to everyone is available to you. You are listening to a bunch of people who have made it. None of these people come from money. Again, a whole different screen full of people, and none of them came from money. Freaking Ice Cube came from the gutter of freaking F the Police, NWA, Compton. But you want to listen to a fucking Ricky and the rest of them talk about what you can't get? They're full of shit.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
Fight as well. And I
understand that.
I feel like as a black man, you can lead.
No.
I feel like
I just offered y'all to write a section up for it. I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. You guys help us write a section. Y'all been open to all kind of experts in putting this together. It wasn't just me. We dealt with experts in all fields of this contract with Black America. So we're willing to deal with experts in the section when it comes to women. So that's no problem.
Okay,
I'll help you write it. I'll help you write it.
Say you do get the money. How soon do you think your plan is going to go into effect? When will we start seeing the benefits?
I'm not getting 1 quarter. Okay, this is something
I said
this is something he's promising to the country, and he's gonna have to implement it in a way he feel that can fit.
Okay, but can I just ask though, what would you see this plan doing for the first year for us if he's reelected?
I'm not part of the administration.
Well,
I'm here for Black people. I'm here to talk to both administrations about the contract with Black America. The Platinum Plan is not mine. Didn't name it. Didn't put it together. All I did was meet about the contract with Black America. They added some things, and I'm willing to meet with both sides. They can add some things or not. It's fine.
And then they ran off immediately and did statements that you're basically a Republican now.
That's on
them. That ain't on me.
Okay.
That's on them. That's not on me.
I just want to make sure. We just want clarity.
We cannot
call. That's all I hear. Call. A bunch of freaking over-talking, babbling bimbos, child.
Talk at the same time. I got to ask a question, y'all. With over 20,000 lies told to the American people by this president, I'm a former friend of Donald Trump. I work with him. I made money with him. Personally, it would have served me better to still stay on his side. Why would you believe after he gets Black votes, his whole goal from 3 years ago was to siphon 20% of Black male votes to cross over to vote to support him? Yes. Why would we believe that he has, once he gets reelected, he will follow through with any of these plans, as opposed to Joe Biden and Kamala, who would be in their first term and be more indebted to do the right thing to get reelected for a second term? Right. Why should we believe that Donald Trump would actually follow through? That's a legit question that I have.
He ain't followed through.
I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out because
exactly, it's not Ice Cube's job to sell you Donald damn Trump. If you don't want to vote for him, then don't vote for him. Why are you taking it out on Ice Cube? Because he's trying to get your bum ass to something and you don't even realize it. You just mess up your own chances all the damn time. How come you coloreds can't see that? I don't understand why you can't see it. You do it to yourself because you won't put in your own word. He just sat up there and said, you write something up, they surly faces. Oh my God, God forbid you do some fucking work for yourself. God forbid you do some fucking work for your fucking self since you supposedly care.
I'm not sure if he's going to do it or not. I'm not sure what any of these guys are going to do. All I know is we got to push our agenda no matter who's in there. And I in a perfect world, the Biden campaign would have brought me in and we would have really talked about the plan, and they would have did, great things to their plans to specifically target Black people, but they chose not to. And that's fine. But the thing is, I'm not a supporter of neither one of them.
No, I'm saying
that's what's the problem. I'm an independent person.
You'll have a conversation with the administration if Biden wins and Kamala wins. It's not too late. So I don't think it's fair to dismiss what they are. They're not in power yet. So they really can't say. They really can't say and promise things because they're not yet in power. We're not even in power in Congress.
You can't make campaign promises.
So why
they have. That's what the plan.
Make the promise when they're in office.
Well, they put out the Lift Every Voice Can Sing plan. That is their promise to America and to the world. That is their promise. So the thing is, you can always promise the people who put you in power something more than what you just came up with. You got to, especially when you know there's so much more that needs to be done. And he knows that it's so much that falls short in that plan when it comes to actually helping Black people, minority, people of color, diversity. All those are trick words, and Black people don't necessarily get a tenth of that. So we have to really be smart and really make sure that that money is touching the hands of the people who have really struggled in this country for hundreds of years.
I have a question. You said that the Biden campaign didn't reach out to you, and well, you said first. You said
they did reach out, but they didn't want to. They said we'll hook up after the election.
And to be fair, they're not the power in party right now. I want to ask you this.
That has absolutely nothing to do with anything. So you coloreds settle for what you get. Nothing. That's why you get nothing, because you ask for nothing. You require nothing. And that's why the wealth gap is where it is. It's not because anyone is holding you back. It's not because of white people. It's not because of Jim Crow. It's not from white supremacy. It's because you don't require anything. You don't ask for anything. You don't even know what the hell it is that you're talking about. You're pressing this man like he did something wrong to you. Like he's supposed to know what the hell anybody can do. Anybody can promise you anything. But I would beg you to take this interview right the fuck here and compare it to right the fuck now and help us understand why it is that you want to go and vote for KA-BAMALA. Help us understand why you would want to, because I promise you these birds are going to vote for her. I promise you they voting for her. And just because she's Black, everything is wonderful. While these people, again, millionaires, not saying that they don't suffer, because all of us have our issues with the economy and everything else. I'm not going to say that they don't have any issues, right? They'll act like they don't have any issues, all right? They'll act that way. But all this smoke that you have for Donald Trump, then I promise you they don't have it right the fuck now for what's going on. I promise you they don't. I promise you they don't. Shout out to Murph. They mad with someone doing something for them. And that's how it is most of the daggone time. Period. Not just women, but just period. I know we're talking about these birds, but I'm just saying period for Black people. God forbid that you all just think, not y'all, but you colors just think that, oh, I'll go to college and everything will work out. Well, it depends on what you go to college for. It also depends on how much in debt you go. It's not my fault that your parents didn't play life with you. That tells you about how you start out life, two different paths. You either start with a bunch of debt because you go to college, or you just go ahead and start your life and you don't have the damn debt. Sorry that your parents didn't do that for you. Blame them. Blame your mama, okay? Because it's not that difficult to understand. You sign your name on that damn dotted line and said that you would take that daggone debt, then that's your debt to pay back later. Just like for the credit cards, just like for them trips that you take, just like for any other thing that you do. And you sitting up here thinking that somebody is supposed to save your ass, that ain't how it works. You don't want to work with nobody, but you want everything from everyone else. No one owes you anything. No one owes you anything. Get your ass out there and work. You got a whole generation right now talking about they don't want to work. What the fuck? I understand you might not want to do a 9-to-5. It ain't for everyone, but you don't want to work at all. And you think, how you going to be taken care of? And I'm supposed to care? I don't. You living in your car? I could care less. Do what you do. Do what you do, child.
This is true, because I had heard from one of my sources that you were contacted for the Zoom call with Kamala Harris, with DL Hughley, Snoop Dogg, you, Killer Mike. They were all on the call and you were not on the call. And that was that was in September. And why? So you said they didn't reach out. You said the Democrat reached out, but Kamala Harris's folks reached out to you and wanted you to be on the Zoom call because they thought your voice was important. Why did you not participate? Choose to not participate in that?
Well, we had spent, a lot of people time putting the contract with Black America together. And, I just thought that getting on a Zoom call with 12 other entertainers, all shooting what they believe needs to be done, to me wasn't going to be productive. And I was also, because my lawyer, Matt Johnson, has a connection with Kamala Harris, and I was promised a call that I never received. So,
like I said, you coloreds don't require anything for your damn self. So I just want to understand how the hell it is that you're going to require something from somebody else. Ice Cube just sat here and said from 4 years ago, he ain't never got a damn call from Kamala. Joe didn't want to talk to him. Donald Trump talked to him, and y'all mad. Somebody trying to help your punk asses. That's why you can't, child. That's why I have no empathy, no sympathy. You can't help people that don't want to help themselves, y'all. I stand by that. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. I'm not going to be taken down by people who don't know how to do anything and won't listen and try to learn to do something that will actually help them. I don't give one damn. I promise you I don't. I promise you I don't. Just like when them gremlins get on up out of here, I don't give a damn. If your mama didn't care about you, why the hell do you think I'm supposed to care? I told y'all, you get them damn supplies that I give out through work. That's about all you're going to get from me, and them taxes that come out of my check. I'm good. That's it. I ain't got nothing for you because you don't want to change. And it's not my job to take care of anyone. Shout out to JTF for being a member for 5 months. I appreciate you, hun. Stand for nothing and fall for anything. That actually should be the motto. Shout out to Drake. That actually should be the daggone motto. Stand for nothing and fall for anything. They sitting up here with all this smoke with this. They ain't saying the same stuff right now for what's going on with Kamala and Joe. Joe's still in it. I don't care. This his administration. She inherits that administration. She still ain't said shit. She still ain't offered shit. She probably still ain't called Ice Cube back. But y'all going all in and over the damn cliff, listening to people that came from nothing and made it. And you waiting for someone to do something for your ass.
You know, that's why I didn't feel like I wanted to be on that Zoom call. So I feel like our plan is so broad that you can't talk about it with 12 other people who had nothing to do with it. And these are a lot of things that really need to get done. So I wanted to have a serious conversation and not just a rally cry kind of conversation.
But you said you would talk to anyone that was willing to help. You said you were.
I am, but I just said that they said they were going to call me direct, and I never got that call. So when you hear that, you're waiting for that call. It never came.
So no kind of way don't work if it's not the way that you started. You want it. Got it.
Well, the all damn audacity. So if it don't work your way, then it don't work, huh? Got it. As these bitches basically just said the same damn thing, talking about what it's going to do for black women. Do for your damn y'all. If I don't care that this is 4 years old. This is exactly what's going on right now. I don't care what nobody says. All these women are going to try to put that woman in because she's a woman. That's it. That's all. They don't care about nothing else. They care about nothing else. That's it. That's it. And not requiring anything, so Kamala ain't gonna give nothing. And she ain't gonna require, they ain't gonna require nothing from her. They're gonna keep throwing her lobs, like Steve Harvey said. He gonna keep having her on. She can say whatever she wants. She cannot say whatever she wants. He not gonna press her. Nobody's gonna press her. Because y'all, it's most important to make sure that you have an AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day. I'm so glad that I will be in the Caribbean when this election happens.
I want to get things done. I don't want to just spin my wheels, talk to people who can't really make it happen. So I didn't want to just.
Why does Ice Cube have to talk about anything? They should be talking to him. He the one that came up with this shit. Y'all ain't come up with nothing. Y'all just still sitting up here talking about Maxine and Jim and whoever the hell else that still ain't doing nothing. The cities ain't changed. Your situation hasn't changed. Locally matters more than anything else. And y'all still voting for the same Negroes and Negroesses in that ain't did shit for you, ain't trying to do shit for you, but taking the damn money. Shout out to Big Tiff. Shout out to Big Tiff, because that's exactly what happens. Just keep, and I know she hasn't been reelected or anything, but I'm just saying it's the same thing. Maybe they're not as in your face with it as she is, but they doing the same damn thing. They've been doing the same damn thing. Remember that time that Maxine Waters said, come on down here, we're going to help you with housing. And all the homeless people came down there and she said, go home. And they start yelling out, we ain't got no home. Because she was supposed to just, child. Whatever colors. Ain't nobody's fault but your own.
I didn't want to just.
She's the vice presidential candidate.
When I had it, listen, because I had the conversations. When I had the Zoom call with the DNC, the Democratic Party, we was on the call for probably over 45 minutes, and we never even got to the contract with Black America. We never went through any of the points that needs to be dealt with when it comes to the situation in this country. No one else has a plan that deals with as many issues that this administration or any administration could fix if they had the political will. And you have to give them the political will. And that's what's being done. So I didn't want to put anybody on blast for that, but since they saying I didn't jump on the call, it's because I was promised a call where we can actually deal with this in a serious manner. And it wasn't just what I considered a rally call.
But I feel like that actually could have been okay, because you could have led the call and had supporters on listening to what it was that you're trying to get them to be able to help rally with the initiative for that.
I had been doing press about the Contract of Black America outside of that. So I was using my press to promote the contract, not just to them dudes on the call, but to all of America, to all of Black America. That's where my thing is. So I wasn't on the call, but that don't mean we couldn't have a call. So that's what happened. And I don't feel like I
want to know what happened to at this time. We don't need entertainers to Hollywood to tell us anything. What happened to the just shut up and dribble? Shout out to LeBron. Whenever it's Amber Rose talking, just shut up because we don't care about what you have to say. But then these birds out here talking and y'all didn't give one damn. You was all for the shit. It's only about going along with what they say, y'all. Please understand this. For those that are open to listening, I'm not telling you to do anything. All I'm doing is observing. Dr. Umar was right on many points today. And he even pointed out some things that I wasn't aware of today. All I'm saying is that Black people who are all in for being just democratic, that don't want to listen to no one else, that's so worried about damn Donald Trump, are going to go along with any old thing just so that they can say that they didn't let the racists get back in. And they ain't worrying about policy. They ain't worrying about what she's going to do with regard to anything. And there's a bunch of women that all they care about is freaking abortion. I'm just going to say it. That's all they care about. The right to delete specifically Black children, because I'm Black, and they're okay with that. And then Kamala talks about that only and visit abortion clinics, and people are excited about that. All this shit is to appeal to women, y'all. This is all a symbolic thing about to happen now. All these women care about for feminists, for about doing whatever women want to do and to be over top of men. We've talked about this for years now. There's the opportunity to get her on up in here so they can then brag in y'all's faces, because I don't give a fuck. Because I promise you, I don't give a damn. Brag in your faces if you're trying to date these people that women rule the world, and then they'll trot out Beyonce's song "Who Run the World" even more. Child, that'll probably be the song, if Kamala wins, that she'll come out to when she comes to take her acceptance speech. That sounds similar to Obama's. What is it called? Yes, we can. Yeah, yes, we can. Shout out to Miss AB.
I don't feel like I made a mistake for not being on the call.
I will tell you, we have to wrap the show. We're way over, but I just want to say, Cube, I hear what you're saying, but I just want you to know, as Black women, how we would feel with, there's no mention specifically of Black women in the Contract of Black America. They do have to
stand on top of that. I just told you, you can write that up. If you
we're not out here jumping on calls.
We all Black, so we all.
But we're not meeting up with Jared Kushner and Donald Trump about this. You are. So
why don't you call up Jared Kushner and Donald Trump? That would just be crazy talk, right? Because you scared at the end of the day. All these talking about these people are scared. You hear me? That's why they're saying dumb shit like we going back to slavery. No, you going back to slavery. Ma'ams, you're going back to slavery. You just a bunch of talk. You're a bunch of air. And you can't stand on shit except for I'ma tell you, and can't tell shit. You can't even do shit for your damn self. You're going to attack this daggone man when he went out here and did something. All you got to do is go call Jared. I'm sure your agent can get in touch with whoever needs to get in touch with, but y'all such scared bitches that you don't want to talk to the other side. And Steve Harvey is a scared bitch too, because he don't want to make that same mistake yet again, because all his money is what's important. All their money is what's important. But y'all want to sit up here and follow their plan while you still sitting up here. You ain't got shit. You ain't going to get shit. And neither Trump nor Kamala is going to give you shit. So keep sitting around here waiting for that.
You can't say, well, if you don't like it, add to it. You're out here. You took that job. You took that position.
I'll write it up. So like, don't say I'll write up the Black woman's part of the contract for you.
Fuck that. You don't, Ice Cube, you ain't got to write shit for me because I already know what I'm doing. Just because these people want to be put upon or seem like they put upon, allow them to be.
How many words do y'all want it to be? The thing is, you guys are the experts, but here we go again. You just want to talk. Nobody want to help me. You just want to talk. But y'all the experts on black women, so why won't y'all help me? See, that's the problem.
I can tell you why.
That's the absolute problem. Let me get this picture right here, child. But that is the absolute problem. He's absolutely right. All y'all want to do is squawk and tell someone else what to do, and you don't want to put in any work. You just want to threaten people and think you're going to scare somebody and think somebody's just supposed to listen to you because you black. Fuck that, I'm black too. And I don't need you to tell me shit. And I know how to do my shit my own damn self and figure it the fuck out. And if I wanted to write something up, I would just do it. When I hear the word black, I know that I'm fucking included. That's how chaotic you people are, that you don't even want to hear the word black anymore. And now you come up with DEI and then you want to call that now a racial term because it's a word that you came up with. You're only going to allow someone to make something be what the hell it is based off of what you allow it to be. I hear DEI. I don't give a shit about that. That shit was in place well before y'all came up with the shit. Y'all think you came up with something? Corporate America has been doing DEI well before George Floyd. That's how delusional you are. That's how much you don't know what the fuck is going on. Child, please. Whatever. Ice Cube, you better than me. I'd have been hung up that fucking phone.
We don't party, so
the initiatives have already been set.
I wish you got we're way over. We're way over. I wish we would have you for more time.
He should never come back. He should never come back. He should never talk to none of them again. Yup, I said it. I meant it. That was so rude. It was rude the first time. It's ruder today, and it was rude the next time. Because this is exactly what it is. It's always you gonna tell somebody else what to do, and you fucking it up more times than anybody else. All of y'all freaking sitting up there, millionaires, thinking you're going to tell somebody else what to do. You can't even manage your damn selves. Ice Cube got more money than all of y'all put together and freaking responsible for your damn career. What's her name? And this is the thanks that you get. And that's why I do not care. No empathy, no sympathy. What you get is based off of what you put into it. If you don't want to put shit in it waiting on somebody else, good the fuck luck to you. Get on TikTok and whine about it. We gonna talk about you. That's it. That's all. Shout out to all of y'all for being here this long. We was not supposed to be here this long. Shout out to Dr. Umar. He made some good points today. We got to give the man credit where credit is due. Unlike a lot of other people, I can listen to people I may not necessarily agree with and see where something makes daggone sense. A lot of us can't do that. And that's why they're where they are. So go vote for Kamala. The odds are the woman is probably going to be voted in as president. So y'all might as well just get your minds around the fact that that's going to happen. But we definitely going to be paying close attention thereafter, because all that smoke that they just had for Trump, who was already in office, they don't have that same smoke for KA-BAMALA, and she been in office. Make any excuse in the world for black people. And that's why we got gremlins around here. Child, I'm done. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, everyone that donated. Shout out to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow, child. I don't even know what we're going to do. All right. We'll be here tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Thank you for everybody that contributed. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to TQS for the membership. Shout out to Dr. G for the $50. I see you all. I appreciate you. We back tomorrow. See you all in the next one.